intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Sky's the limit, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
We don't fight for rings and stuff like that. I don't fear anyone.
En este deporte no se viene a jugar y no le tengo miedo a nadie.
We don't come to play in this sport. I fear no one in this sport.
Does that mean that you will fight Triple G later this year?
Como lo dije en la pelea pasada, ahorita mismo me vuelvo a poner los guantes.
As I said in the last fight, right now I'll put on the gloves again.
¡Viva México!
Canelo wants to unify all the titles.
When did you realize, Andy, that you could take his power?
Because of the Mexican warrior that I am, I got that Mexican blood in me, so talking about the Mexican style, I just proved it.
BoxingVoice.com.
Ain't no other sight in the game could see the Boxing Voice.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It is Sunday's Crow Day. Let's see who got it right. I'm pretty sure I picked Earl on the show. But a lot of picks to get through in terms of who got it right, who got it wrong. A lot of news. Just a lot to talk about. I mean, tables have turned for sure. Errol Spence, he's really hot right now. He's been putting on his social media, he's the big fish. Seems like he's in charge. And we're going to talk, the fantastic fight between he and Shawn Porter. Then we'll discuss, obviously, the great matchup between possibly him and Manny Pacquiao. And if not Pacquiao, possibly he and Danny Garcia. And if not Garcia, maybe even good old Terence Crawford. On one of the many interviews that he's done, I did see him say that he's going to try and get the Pacquiao fight. And then he's going to try and get the Crawford fight. And if he can't get those, the guy to his right, which was Danny, would be available. So we'll see, man. I at least for the fight fans, the hardcore fight fans, the ones that want to see the best versus the best. You want to see the best versus the best, man. Come on, man. I don't want a popularity. I want the best versus the best. Well, he's going to try and do that. He wants his legacy fight with Pacquiao, but if that can't happen, which a lot of Crawford fans believe, Pacquiao wants no parts of Errol Spence since he wanted no parts of Crawford. So then that means that leaves room for negotiations between Earl and Bud. And that's a good place to be in. Then we got to talk Daniel Dubois, the fact that he's back and, scored a good knockout over Ebenezer Tetteh or something like that. Then Wilder announced his fight being finally official tissue, for real, done, signed, delivered, November 23rd in Las Vegas. Then, I don't know where Mike found this, honestly speaking. I hope this is not true at all, but Mike is saying that Pacquiao is open to Amir Khan in Dubai. And we did see Pacquiao posting little videos of him being in Dubai. Let's hope that's not true. But, I guess Pacquiao, 40 years old, legend status, first ballot Hall of Famer. He might feel like he deserves a little, soft touch in between maybe going up against Errol Spence or Mikey Garcia. Because we were hearing all roads led to Mikey and Pacquiao happening, and that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Now we're hearing, according to Mike, this Amir Khan stuff, which I'm not sure that I like. I know I don't like. I didn't like Terence Crawford versus Amir Khan. So I'm not going to like Manny Pacquiao versus Amir Khan. But outside of that, we got a lot of news and notes to discuss as well. First on the docket. I hear you, Mike. I know you're saying that I'm low, but all the other guys, I was having conversations with the other guys that are on the call, man. It's honestly you, bro. And no one in the chat is saying that that I'm low, you know. But Stainless, come through as a alumni and give us a test. Can you hear me? Stainless need to unmute for the quick test. No? All right, well, lid's low. What about you? You want to unmute and help Mike? Anybody? Damn.
Yeah, you good, Ness.
Oh, all right. I told you, Mike. I don't know what's going on. Yo, Mike be over there. I think Mike finger's fat. That's all. It ain't that he don't get it. It's like when he trying to press volume up or volume down, he hitting them both with them big fingers and shit. But, yeah, man, we got to talk David Benavidez. Oh, my God, what a performance. Mario Barrios. Josesito Lopez definitely shocked me. I picked him for the win. He got the stoppage. Robert Guerrero, we got to talk that. Joey Spencer's back for a rounder. ESPN obviously brought us the Daniel Dubois, Nicola Adams fight. That ended in a draw. The Nicola Adams and Dubois did his thing quickly. David Avanesyan, Mike's boy, he gets the KO again over Kerman Lejarraga, who is a Lou DiBella fighter. He had a little bit of hype behind him, but definitely Avanesyan busting that hype bubble for sure. Tony Yoka gets another third-round KO in good old France, and then you got Tom Schwartz back in action. I didn't see any of these nondescript, hometown fights for these guys. Yoka, no streams. Schwartz, no streams. Anthony Joshua wants to face Tyson Fury one day in a massive UK fight. I mean, I guess that's good to say it, tongue-in-cheek and shit. We need to just get you back in the ring, get you in the willing column, maybe get you your belts back, and then we could talk about Fury in a massive UK fight, because if you lose to Ruiz, I mean, I don't know how massive a fight between you and Fury is. But speaking of two UK dudes going at it, Callum Smith versus John Ryder is finalized for November 23rd, same date as Deontay Wilder. So we will be discussing that as well. Looks like Mike got everything situated, so we're going to head on out to him so we can get this thing started. Indiana, stand up. Gross the balls.
Dawdy Production.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it.
BoxingVoice.com.
So when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak. He stayed out for 47.
A man stand up for what he believes in, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you accept whatever consequences come behind it. BoxingVoice.com.
You on mute, champ. That's my man over there.
Yo. What up to everybody out there on the TV? Back with another one. And yeah, man, we had a great
Yo, Mike, I hate to tell you, something's going on. You're just low, though. That's all that's wrong. If you could turn yourself up. It's all good, man. We a family. Hopefully. Yeah, you sound good now.
All right. Great fight night last night, man. Errol Spence, Shawn Porter put on a excellent show from round 1 to round 12. It was just spectacular action. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Dane Dubois coming off a big knockout Friday night over some dude named Tetteh. Again, referee, if the man get up, don't wave the shit off, man. Like, come on, man. It's like the third time this done happened to Daniel. Dude gets up, seriously, he's okay, but you make the executive decision to say, nah, you're not okay, and then you get pushed. But anyway, Wilder Ortiz press conference, Wilder Ortiz 2, pay-per-view, Fox, official, Vegas, MGM Grand. Let's see how it turns out. And Amir Khan, Pacquiao. Man, Pacquiao trying to pick up a little bag right quick. I ain't mad at him. But yeah, man, what's going on there?
What up, champ, man? Listen, bruh. Man, I'm kind of tight.
Yo, Ness, what's going on? Anybody there? But not, hey, anyway, let's get to the fight last night.
Yo, you hear me?
Shawn Porter, man, with his style, with his pressure, with his inside fighting. Look, I'm not going to say, like, it was a robbery, nothing like that, because it wasn't. But the way Shawn Porter boxed and the things that he did last night and just mixing it up, inside fighting, outside fighting, I thought the fight.
Mike, You just muted yourself, and for some reason you can't hear me because I'm here and you like, yo, Ness, you're not there. I don't know. You must have a problem with your computer, your headphones. I don't know. Damn. That's going to be a rough start, man. This guy killing me right here. Let's get into Errol Spence and Shawn Porter. We'll take it from the top. All-out action affair for sure. It definitely delivered. I think that is one of the main things that needs to be said. The fight lived up to the hype, and I think it even exceeded the expectations. Some of us, or a lot of us, possibly believed that this fight was going to be one-sided. Shout out to guys like CYP, who made himself memorable in continuously saying it. I know there's a few others that also were riding with Porter and others that believe Porter would give a difficult fight to Errol. But, they were right. Porter really brought this fight. And out of all the Porter fights that were close, I think this one, I'm interested in a rematch. I like that there's real animosity. I don't know that Porter has a mean bone in his body, so it's a little bit different where Porter's just trying to tell his truth. Earl's trying to, kind of take shots. But it still works. The way they went back and forth at the press conference, it wasn't really worth an immediate reaction like I thought. People kind of made me believe I was going to watch this press conference and be fucking, ready not to go to sleep and do a show right then and there at 4 in the morning. But that really wasn't the case. Earl said all the right things. Like I said, I'm loving this version of you, Earl. I love, how outspoken you have become, how, sharp with the tongue, how witty, I already took your belt, I don't need to talk to you. Like, yo, where have you sold out? All those things I'm loving. I'm loving the post-fight interview. I'm loving that you said, yo, I want Pacquiao next. If I can't get Pacquiao, we're going to negotiate with Terence Crawford. If that can't work, I'll take this guy to my right. I love it. I don't understand why these Crawford stands hate you so much. You are really being a true champion right now. You're saying and doing the right things. You're getting in the ring. You're talking. You're doing the media. You're interviewing with everybody under the sun. Man, you are a clear representation of a true unified champion. But that fight was tight. You told Porter that he only in tight fights because he ain't got no skill, champ. No more hypocrisy. Put Porter on your level because he showed. I mean, I'm still getting messages with people thinking Porter won that fight. I mean, like I said, out of all the fights, not that I even won it. Let me tell you, I'm not even beating the drum, but Danny Porter, nobody wasn't texting me talking about, yo, that they need to do a rematch. They just was like, oh, that was a close fight. I could see Porter getting it. Maybe Danny could have got it. Ain't nobody like, yo, they need a rematch. Porter versus Thurman, nobody ain't out here beating the drum for that rematch. People want to see this, and I don't know if it's because you two went at each other the way that you did, not only in the ring, but outside the ring where it also fucking counts. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Errol Spence. Mike, you good there now?
Yeah, man. Let me ask you a question, though.
Yeah.
Was that fight not high level, high competition, like very, very close?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that Errol was, he's got to stop being a hypocrite now because, Porter put him on close street the same way he was talking about Porter.
And you said you had people texting you saying Porter won, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck did Mayweather do when somebody said, he beat him?
I know.
He beat him.
I know, but...
He did what?
But
can I ask you that? Let me get to my point.
Okay, yes, he rematched two people.
And Earl trying to be that pay-per-view star, leave that legacy and be the number one big fish in the division, like he says. Porter beat Danny. So why not just rematch Porter and y'all just had a tough fight? I don't understand. I think it probably does better numbers than the first one does, easily.
Listen, if this fight does good numbers like Maidana Mayweather, and I don't mean that the way that it sounded. Don't take it literal, not just to Mike and the listeners. I don't mean if somehow Earl and Porter do the numbers, the exact buy count in terms of pay-per-views that Maidana Mayweather did. No. I'm just saying, if it made economical sense the first time, they check all the numbers, it came back and it's like, yeah, that was good, then yeah, they could do it again. But you got to remember, Earl got like three, really. He got 3 pay-per-views next that are arguably bigger than Porter. Danny on pay-per-view, we all think Danny's a bigger star than Porter. Crawford on pay-per-view, you got guys like Brandon Maurice saying that that's going to break the numbers. And then Pacquiao on pay-per-view. So, like, we can't fault Earl. It wasn't... Look, Maidana Mayweather wasn't close. Like, I'm the one on record talking about that shit. The most you could give Maidana is 4 rounds. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think if the numbers show it, Mike, yeah, they'll probably go into it again.
What's that number for you? In my opinion, I'm looking and guessing if he can like duplicate the Mikey success with Shawn Porter, I think you have to run it back because it was a competitive fight.
I think if he does the Mikey success with Porter, his head's gonna get bigger. He's gonna really think that he is the pay-per-view star. Everybody who said, "Oh, Mikey sold those tickets," now he's gonna beat his chest and say, "What? Told you." And he's really going to move on because now he knows I can sell. So now he tells Al, yo, put me back in Texas. Nah, son. We got to go for the high side. No, put me in Texas. I sell with whoever. So it's different. It's different.
Now let me ask you this. How do we feel about the Mike? I mean, not the Mikey, but the Danny Garcia fight? In my opinion, I like Danny. He's coming off of a big win over Adrian Granados, and he knocked him out first time he ever been stopped. I do think he has a little bit of momentum behind him, and I don't want to put this on Danny because we've seen Showtime suffering, so maybe it just was a reflection of Showtime, but when Danny was on Showtime, we've seen his numbers kind of a decline. I think he did like 700,000 when he fought Granados on Fox, but that still wasn't like to the level of a Caleb Plant or even a Keith Thurman fight, you know what I'm saying? So how do we feel about Danny getting this big shot against a unified champion? So Danny gets a chance to get the IBF and the BBC belt.
Sounds fucking lovely. Sounds lovely, and I like Earl's answer. I'm going to run with Earl's answer. He was like, y'all was telling me to get my resume up. That's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, when it's all said and done, if he got Danny on the scout, we going to look back like we look back at Canelo shit. You know, I mean, yo, think about it. In retrospect, that boy put and yesterday I heard some shit. He still want Thurman. So
he said Thurman name. Name.
So if he go ahead and he put Danny, Porter, Thurman, Peterson, Algieri, Kell Brook, Terence Crawford, oh my God, that's a Hall of Fame resume. Hall of Fame. Everybody's a former world champion or current world champion. They know what they doing. Listen, I keep telling y'all, Al has a plan. Now terrestrial TV is popping. Now everybody happy with ESPN. Al been doing this. He been tried it. You guys just hated on him. I don't know why. I wish we would have embraced it. And I say we, even though I was a cheerleader, you know, and I got called the fanboy, you know. But I say we because I wish you guys would have joined me in welcoming Al Heyman's vision to boxing to better the sport for us. But y'all didn't. And now it's fragmented. Now we got ESPN plus ESPN terrestrial. We got Fox plus Fox Sports 1. We got Showtime plus Showbox. We got DAZN. And I think that's it now.
And pay-per-view.
And pay-per-view.
And Bob Berman was one of the first.
Yo, look at this loser in the chat. Fuck off, Algieri. World champion. You sound like a UK dude. Get your ass out of here.
I was just going to say Bob Arum was one of these guys that kind of frowned upon it going back to terrestrial TV. And
now look at him talking about ESPN, you know, signing everybody. Shout out Carlos Tackham.
Yeah, and that's why look, I know we all, deep down, all the Crawford fans, including me, we want that Crawford fight for Errol Spence, but I'm no longer going to be out here beating the drum. If they don't want to go in Crawford's way, hey, man, so be it. And, of course, Crawford going to receive the hate because people see him as a legitimate threat to Errol Spence. So the only thing they can do is try to disintegrate his resume, his numbers on pay-per-view and things like that to like tear him down to make their guy look bigger. But never have I heard one of those guys say definitively that they think Errol Spence will beat Terence Crawford. And I can respect Al Heyman because he's putting Errol Spence in position to be, if not the biggest star, one of the biggest stars in boxing. If he goes out there and beats Danny Garcia, like Ness said, Pacquiao, Thurman, we got to start looking at Errol Spence to maybe be the best welterweight of this generation because he beat the top of the top. You know what I'm saying? When they wasn't 35, 36, 37 years old, he beat them in their prime age. He got a prime Shawn Porter last night. Even though I thought Shawn Porter did enough to get the nod, can't take anything from Errol Spence or Shawn Porter from last night.
Yo, and keep that same energy, Mike. Talking about, do we really want the Danny fight? Danny got, 37 fights, 31 years old. Sounds like the same age as Crawford. If Crawford in his prime, Danny in his prime. And
absolutely.
You the main dude that says, yo, 1-0, one loss. Let's not throw away fighter. So let's not throw away this motherfucking fighter because he looking like he still got a whole lot left in him. If Pacquiao can fight to 40, shit, Danny can fight.
Bro, Danny dangerous, bro. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, I seen some left hooks that was landing from Shawn Porter last night, and I've always been of the mindset ever since I seen Danny fight Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman changed up in that Danny fight. He took off the last couple rounds. Maybe it was due to the elbow injury. But it seemed like Danny left hook is nothing to be played with. If it catches you, it's going to stun you. It even might put you down. So I think if in the way Errol fights, he's not on his toes. He's flat-footed, methodical, come forward, just like Danny Garcia. So I think it'll make for another good fight.
Another thing I want to say, right? Like yesterday, people's reaction was like, oh, now Danny want to fight Earl. Now Danny want to fight Earl. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. And it's like, yo, wait a minute, champs. Mike, I want the opponent that thinks he could win. I don't want the dude that's scared to fight. Pacquiao, I'm offering you $40 million guaranteed just so you could pass the torch. No, fuck out of here. I want the dude that you said was afraid. Now he on the outside looking in like, hold up. Oh, Porter landed that double left hook? Ain't that my specialty, Dad? Oh, no, hold up. Oh, he couldn't hurt Porter and I was in there with Porter? Nah, fuck that. Yeah, maybe they all was scared. But if now they not and Earl is still the goods, then we got an exciting fight because we got two men not afraid of each other. I don't want a dude that goes in there already defensive-minded with his fucking hands high and shit on some Euro shit. No, 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 no. If Danny think he could get in that fire, let him get burnt or let him burn someone else, you know? I don't get it.
I'm going to tell you how I think Errol Spence 2020 is going to play out. I think he's going to get the Danny Garcia fight. But then I think because me and Andrew Schultz, because to him, he's out in Australia doing his comedy tour. We were texting back and forth on IG, and he was kind of in the same mindset that I was. Like Earl, first couple of rounds looked kind of slow and methodical. He looked like he wasn't like, you know, the same Errol Spence that I've seen before, like come out strong. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was a little bit sluggish. But as the rounds progressed, you know what I'm saying, he did get stronger. But I think he might take a break from 147, go up and face Lara next year. And that probably just like give him a break from making 147, but also give him a legitimate title contender or a former title holder at 147 at Lara.
Negative, man. He came out on his social media and he said that, I'm paraphrasing, you can find the actual tweet so I won't slow up the production-wise, but, you know, he basically said, like, yo, I'm no longer going to gain 25 pounds so I could be in fat camp. You know, I'm going to maintain my weight. Plus, on many post-fight interviews, he said, I'm coming back as soon as January. So I think the Danny fight is really close, and Crawford and Pacquiao have a short window to negotiate. Pacquiao has a longer window, obviously, because he's the A side, so he has a longer window to say yes. and then Crawford has a shorter window to agree to be B-side. And, then Danny's sitting there waiting in the wind, training already for the January date. It looks like all chips are on Errol, and they're going to keep him active. I mean, look, and that's what you need to do. If you got to do like this, that there's they said it was sold out last night in L.A., so
they said shit was rocking. Everybody who called in said it was rocking.
Exactly. So if he could sell there, sell anywhere, they're gonna start using him, and let him be inspiration to other champions to fight more than fucking 1 and 2 times a year. Give me 3, not calendar year fights. Give me 3 in a year fight. Let me see you as a fucking elite fighter fight 3 times or 4 times in 2019, 3 times or 4 times in 2020. Not that, I literally did fight in a calendar year. I fought last time in May and now. Nah, I don't want to hear that shit, man. That math too hard. Do it in 1 year.
But the reason why I said he was going up to 154 to possibly face Lara, I think it might be a good barometer to see if he can go up to 160 and possibly make the Canelo fight. We've been hearing rumblings about it for the past 6-7 months now, and I think springtime of 2021, that's a possible fight you can make for Cinco de Mayo or something like that, because I think the Oscar side and for certainly the PBC side would want to make that fight, because I think that fight is big money.
I agree that probably after last night, Oscar is thinking about it. I know they're extremely busy. Their fight is about to happen in less than a month or so, or a little bit over a month. So I don't know how much the wheels are turning for that. But in terms of you recommending for Errol to go up, I say no. I say do what you already said. Maintain the weight. You go up, you might not want to come back down. You go up, you can't come back down. You go up, you might take away the allure of fighting Canelo, because now you're 1 division closer. Stay 2, 3 divisions away so that fight is a huge fight. So yeah, and I think that the Canelo fight is there. That's the only fight he should move up for right now. Let him be undisputed. Let him fight Crawford before Julian Williams. Yes, Julian Williams is there. That's a great fight, but honestly speaking, Williams needs to get his profile up, because Errol gonna move up to 54 to be the A side.
It ain't about the profile, though. Saying he's definitely gonna be the A side. It's about those belts. If Errol can move up and be as a simultaneous unified champion in 2 divisions, that says a fucking lot about Errol Spence.
It does to you and I. It does to you and I.
Even to the casual fan.
Nah, man.
If you tell the casual fan, bro, I got.
No, I hear what you're saying. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your thought.
No, I was just saying, if you could sell to the casual fan, like, this guy has been unified at 147, unified at 154. Now he's gonna go up and possibly face Canelo Alvarez.
Nah, I hear you on that. My only issue is people don't know Julian like that. So a casual is you're right. You're normally right, because a casual gonna see all the Julian belts on TV and they gonna be happy with that. All I'm saying is it would be better if Julian had those belts and was slightly more popular, just slightly more popular. Let Errol go fight Danny, Pacquiao, or Terence in January, and let Julian do one. Give him a little one high profile. Like, his high profile fight was his upset. He need a high profile fight. Like, we gotta let him get a high profile fight. And yeah, this is a high profile fight for him, but is it really fair for Julians to upset Jarrett Hurd and then have to be the B-side to Errol Spence moving up? Nah, man. Do your thing, Julian. Do your thing. Make your claim at 154 and then let him come up, and it's a little more even in the negotiation. There's no sense in you moving up or allowing him to move up to your world and you got to be the B-side, No sense. No sense. Earl could say, let's do it in Dallas. Mike, what you going to say? Nah, we going to go to Maryland?
We definitely going to Dallas.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, Julian just got to do his thing. Beat Charlo, beat Charlo. And then you never know what that's going to look like, because you beat Charlo, he got ties to Derrick James, he got ties to Errol Spence. Then it's like, Yo, where the little pup at? I just beat the lion. I want the little pup. You know what I'm saying? Build the story. People keep saying in the chat like, oh, boxing is getting too much like WWE. Why the fuck you think WWE's still here? I'm 40-something years old. That shit's still here. It's still here. They still doing pay-per-views. They got streaming apps. They still here.
Dubai.
Yo,
Saudi Arabia.
Dwayne Johnson is a fucking global superstar because of WWE. Like, Mayweather profile blew up because of WWE. Like, stop with the whole, oh, it's corny, WWE, they corny. Shut your ass up and learn how to build something. You ain't never had shit. That's why you always criticizing.
And real quick, whenever these guys like Stone Cold, Booker T come in the fucking room, people flock to him, people interview him, and you'd be surprised. I was thoroughly surprised, like the first time I heard Booker T talk about boxing, but the guy is like knowledgeable about the sport, you know what I'm saying?
Super knowledgeable. Like Booker T, crazy. He knows a lot, bro. A lot.
And why you think Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson went over to WWE? To build a fucking brand, bro. Like, they know that, like, WWE sells out arenas every fucking week, year round. 20,000. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. I took my son to a few WWE events. I see the fan base. I was a kid. I grew up on Ultimate Warrior, you know, Hulk Hogan, fucking Undertaker. I can't believe Undertaker's still around, though. Look, that's how iconic it is that Hulk Hogan, Undertaker, those are my wrestlers. Meanwhile, Fury gets knocked out by Wilder and they using Undertaker. But wrestling is irrelevant. And boxing is too much like wrestling in this corner. Man, shut your dumb ass up and go get a business and learn how to grow it.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to get your perception or reaction to the Terence Crawford tweet. I know you was begging for it last night.
No, dog. Yeah, I seen it late. I was kind of mad and happy at the same time, to be honest with you, because it was like, it give us a whole nother show to do or another day. And I like I like Crawford, bro. I do. He just fucking, he's sour. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like him. If he would have come, I'm telling you, listen to me. What year was it? I don't know what year. I was in Maryland. Barry Hunter was training, Anthony Peterson. Gary Russell was there. It was a big Baltimore card, man. And I always felt like that day, Barry Hunter, like let the cat out the bag, in my opinion, that he was in contact with Crawford's peoples and they were not happy with Top Rank. Now, this is all me speculating, right? Like, he's talking to me directly but indirectly, right? What's up?
I got some more evidence for you right quick. We had Bomac on the show, and I asked him about their promotion compared to Fury promotion. And remember what he said? He wasn't happy with the way they were promoting Fury and not using Terence Crawford in that same vein.
Well, I mean, that's fast forward, yo. I'm talking, a long time. I wish I could remember the card, man. It was a pretty big card. Down in the D.C. area. Obviously, Lamont and Anthony was on it. I think maybe Gary Russell was there. All I know is he insinuated, never said Terence Crawford, but, obviously, if you know boxing, you're talking to a boxing person and, he purposely doesn't want to tell you the name because he needs you to fill in the blank. I always felt it was Crawford he was talking about when he was saying, that he was in touch with them and, they not happy with how they being promoted and they might be coming over here. So I say all that to say that if he was over here, would it be different? I don't even know anymore because he is different. But like Earl, he has come out his shell. Crawford swung on Benavidez. He had some real stuff going on with what's this guy's name? Hank Lundy, So we've seen him get to a place where he can be entertaining. But is he always going to be like that? You know what I mean? Is he going to give us that? I think that's what's lacking. That's what's missing right now because the fighting is there. But it's also opposition, bro. Like, people could only get so excited. You know what I mean? It's definitely has to be opposition. Like, I felt like I was one of the only dudes beating that drum. Like, yo, I just want to see him versus someone. But now I'm starting to hear people call in. Like, yo, we need to see him. Because look at Errol. We all thought it was clear cut. Now, you didn't, Mike. You didn't. You sat there saying, yo, this going to be a tough fight. Y'all bugging. They bugging. 500. Man, y'all crazy. Some money to be made. Y'all bugging. So why can't there be someone exactly like you saying the same exact thing about Crawford? Like, yo, nah, you bugging. This fight going to be hard. Look, he ain't never been. This dude has been. And that's all we saying as boxing fans. Like, give us that. Let us see for ourselves. Let us see, you know?
Yeah, man, I absolutely fucking agree, man. I want to see Crawford in there tough. Pacquiao, Thurman, Garcia, Porter, Spence. Like, those are the top guys, but we all know where they at. So, I mean, it's going to be tough, man. Like, for Crawford fans, like, I'm the first one to admit it. Velasquez is not a guy that I wanted to see. I was firm and when saying Amir Khan and Crawford shouldn't be on pay-per-view. So I know what Top Brain is trying to do, but at the same time, it's just not a good look when you see Earl over here building his bones off of Porter and Kell Brook and possibly Thurman, Pacquiao, or Garcia in the future. So, yeah. But we got a couple super chats that I want to get to real quick. We got one from Rod and 870. Anybody thinking Porter won is crazy. I guess I'm crazy then. We got one from Rod and 870. Tough fight? Yes. Earl clearly won, plus knockdown. I did, like, when the knockdown happened, I was of the mindset, like, damn, son, you blew it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though
yeah. Listen,
even though they're like, go ahead.
Just the knockdown right there, that's when everybody felt like it's over. There's no way, like, it's easier to take it from him now. Because, like, no knockdown, I don't know, man. I don't know how them scorecards look, man. I don't know.
And the rounds were, like, so close and things like that, so you can't really, like, I went back and rewatched the fight last night, and I kind of redid my scorecard a little bit, you know what I'm saying? That third round, I gave it to Porter last night, but I think Errol Spence could possibly won that, so that could sway the cards, you know what I'm saying? All, like, the rounds were very, very close, very competitive. Both guys were throwing punches.
Let me jump in here, because you said you went back and watched it. And you know I was a little bit late to the show and furious. So let me just give some advice to anybody that purchased this through their cable provider. Now, look, you don't got to be a liar and do what I did. I wasn't a liar. This genuinely happened. But because they blessed me, I'm going to share my story with you, and you can choose to bless yourself. So everybody knows I support even Crawford versus fucking Postal and Khan. So I bought Earl versus Porter last night. You seen that I watched it live with you guys and called it live. And, you know, every Sunday I wake up, get some coffee. I want to watch my fucking fight. Bro, my fight was full of infomercials. WWE infomercials, ironically. Okay? Some shit called, I don't know, In the Cage or something. WWE In the Cage or something. But I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So I hit the last button on my Xfinity remote, and I go back to 504, nothing. I rewind it, nothing. So I call, and there's a lack of pay-per-view knowledge in the customer service department. So this is where the loophole comes in. So, you know, I'm like, yo, my pay-per-view ain't working. What's going on? So they try to hit me with well, that's because pay-per-view isn't allowed to purchase and record. It's a one buy only. So I let her finish, and I'm like, ma'am, go to the TV, try to buy it, and you're going to see the big fat button that comes up and says, order and record. You know, so for one, you can record. I still got the last pay-per-view on my hard drive on my cable box, you know what I mean? The Mikey one is still there with Earl. So, boom, they figure that they figure out that I'm right on that, and they try to do that, and they're like, all right, damn. All right, so how we going to get him now? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, it's about to be showtime in like 40 minutes. So I'm like, look, just give me a supervisor. Bruh, this lady kept me on hold for 57 minutes. You know the phones tell you how long you on hold. Mike, I was blowing flames from all sides of my head. It was ridiculous, okay? I'm not even going to draw this out any longer and tell you how much back and forth happened, but let's just say I got my whole pay-per-view credited, and they re-put it up on my box so I could watch it again. So, I don't know. You know, if anybody experienced some issues last night, that's definitely a way to still support Earl and get your little credit. I personally didn't experience no issues outside of my shit just went blank.
Yeah, we got Doomy on.
Finally, huh? Let's see if he unmuted.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and most vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynch is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Get up, son of a bitch. Boxingwiz.com.
Champ!
What up, what up?
Apologize for that. Had a very interesting night last night. It'd be a great topic for Untitled. Yeah, man, what the hell happened to you guys that thought that Shawn was gonna get ran over? Shit ain't happened. Yes. Shawn might have even won in a lot of people's eyes last night. So, like I said last night, you closed it off, man. I mean, I closed it off with saying there's either we got more questions or more answers. Which one is it?
I mean, you tell us. Did you get answers on Errol Spence, or did this fight leave you with more questions on Errol Spence?
I mean, both. I definitely can't. I can't say Earl ain't the truth. And at the same time, I can't say that Earl, it's the boogeyman.
That's the thing. Y'all too worried about being friends, man. Fuck that, man. God gonna bless me to be the Howard Stern of boxing. I don't gotta be nobody friend. Yo, Keith one-time fucking Thurman, the true welterweight king, the true. I'm not done. The true unified champion.
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
That fight ain't look as hard with Keith. That's all I'm saying. When I tell you Keith is
Nancy got a split decision too.
Bruh, like I said, that fight didn't look that hard with Keith.
I had Porter winning the Keith fight.
Like I said, did Keith face look like that?
Man, Keith back was all torn up.
Matter of fact, did Shawn land that many punches on Keith?
You gotta go back and see, but he landed some punches.
Go back and see. You dudes better stop fucking playing with Keith one-time Thurman, man. Stop, man.
You still on that horn, bro. After last night.
Yeah, I'm taking Mike's advice. I'm taking Mike's advice. Hold on, Mike. Let me tell you, I'm taking your advice. I'm not throwing away fighters after one loss. I'm still riding with him, especially after that barometer. No wonder Earl still want Thurman. No wonder.
Let's not forget the fact that you and Doomy pick Porter on the show. I got it right on this. So if you could be so graciously,
really, I
gracious.
thought I picked
Earl. Nigga, no. Go ahead and play yourself some crow. You and Doomy, you know what I'm saying? One crow should be enough for the both of you guys. You guys split it. Go ahead.
I honestly thought I picked Earl on the show and Porter on the betting show. We got our communications mixed there, but I take it. It's nothing. With that valiant effort.
So how you get two picks? I don't get that.
Yeah. I mean, like the betting show, it's us like betting, Doomy. It's not like us trying to be right. It's us trying to make money and be right, but.
Oh, so y'all took my motto and shit. There's two types of betting and shit.
We got another super chat, man. A couple more. Ryder 870 says for Errol Spence coming up schedule, I presume. Danny, January 20th. Manny Pacquiao, 6/20. J-Rock, November 11th, 20th. And Canelo, Cinco de Mayo, 5/21. So, yeah, man, I could see that schedule playing out just like that.
Bro, man, listen, he won because of the knockdown, man. That's the only reason he won, bro, because that fight was all in the bag for Porter, man. Porter had hit him a lot. Porter took him into waters, like he said, that he never been in.
Facts.
Now, Doomy, you got to realize he was going to run through Porter. He was going to knock him out. It was going to be man down season. He was going to run right through him, and all the callers calling in. Why do y'all give Porter so much credit, man? He's not done anything. He lost to Kell Brook. You see what Earl did to Kell Brook? He's going to run through him. What the fuck? What happened?
He ain't run through him. I think just
right.
like...
What you mean what happened, Mike? You know what happened. He ain't wanted the knockout. He wanted to show you his boxing skill.
It was on the back foot a lot, but I think that was just because of the constant pressure that Porter was putting on him, not allowing him to be on the front foot, honestly.
Man, the bully got pushed back in this fight, man. He got pushed back. And he looked a lot more swole than Porter at the press conference, too.
Speak on that, Doomy.
You feel me? Earl was looking all types of goony looking. Earl was like, hey, you guys. Hey, it was lump sided and shit, man. Come on, man. Look, he went through the meat grinder on this one, bro. And I got to give him his champ's credit because he pulled it off. He fought hard to the very last round, and that's what got him that knockdown. And
PBC, Fox, man, y'all so whack. Y'all whack, man. Had that good had that good exchange going after the press conference. Could have built up for another fight. Could have had.
Nah, don't blame it on Fox, bro. That's Kelly Swanson. You ain't hear her? You ain't see her? That's her.
PBC. So I mean,
nah, but she's not PBC. She's Kelly Swanson Communications.
Yeah, she shut that presser down.
But but think about it, Mike. If you hire a publicist, a media relations company, you would fire them if they didn't do their job like that. I know for you and I, it's entertainment and we think it's going to sell and build more, but, you know, she's public relations, so she's got to make sure they don't say too much that's damaging.
True, but what drives businesses nowadays? What do businesses check, like, more than anything? The pulse of what?
Social media.
Thank you. So if that shit would have, I'm not out here like, you know what I'm saying, I don't want any violence, but the words was awesome, man. Like Earl was snapping. Shawn was like, nigga, I had people come here. Who Bobby Brown came from me. He ain't come for you. Omar, whatever dude from Ballers, he came for me. He ain't come for you.
Earl was like, man, shut that soft shit up. Give me that green jacket. Give me that green jacket, B.
Hey, yo, I'm saying,
over here too.
I'm saying, like, man, I fucking love Porter, but, like, come on, bruh. Bobby Brown ain't make or break this pay-per-view, bruh.
Nah, he just saying, like, his cachet, you know what I'm saying?
I know, but he threw out two names. Like, one name I ain't even know, nor did I care to Google it. And the other name is, like, Bobby. Like, Bobby.
Yo, maybe Bobby bring a party.
I wish it was Bobby back in the day and shit. What that hit he had with, like, every little step I take. Every little step I make.
My prerogative.
Be together. I don't fucking know, man.
Maybe Bobby.
Hey, man, Bobby was that dude, though, man. I don't give a fuck what nobody
said
said
it though. Look at
Bobby was that nigga.
But look at the key word you keep using twice. Was.
Used to be.
Was. Yo, chill, champ. Was. Nah.
Yo, Bobby bring the party, bro.
Man, I don't know.
Right there. But, he definitely party.
But I will give Porter credit for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He tried. He tried. But Earl is too witty. See, Porter was brought up by his dad, like wanting him to be
and shit, like even snapping, like he being nice while snapping. You feel me?
He's too respectful. Like his dad taught him too well. So it's like even him, he's like, well, I brought Bobby Brown. Look, I text him. It's like, man, shut up, man. I took your belt. I don't even take your jacket off because you shouldn't be wearing green because I took your belt. It's like he's saying better shit, bruh.
It got under his skin, though. It got under his skin definitely when he told him he don't do no numbers. He was like, what?
No. You know what got under his skin, Mike? When he said where you fighting next? Where you fighting next? He kept yelling, where you fighting next? Because you
know
don't
I'm fighting next. You know
don't
I'm fighting next.
He said, my next fight on pay-per-view, I know that. Man, Earl talking that talk. That's talk right there. That's that. See, that's what we always wanted from AJ. My man, you the man. Say you the fucking man.
Let your nuts hang.
Danny want that sauce ASAP.
Word is born, and I love it.
Yeah, I like Danny, man. Like Danny,
and I love it.
Yo, it's gonna be a tough fight.
Actually, how does that work for Danny though? Is the left hook still in play? Cause word is born, you lose your jab. I know we already had the argument that you don't, but I feel like you lose your jab, even though you see Porter was doing all hooks, all round
he was double
punches.
jabbing too. He was double jabbing too. Like Porter was double jabbing a lot.
Double jabbing in though, like stepping
He
forward.
said you a man with no land.
That was crazy. Yeah. That was crazy. Killed him right there. He was like, "You from Cleveland, but you in Vegas? You a man with no land." I'm like, damn, Shawn.
Man with no land.
All right, let me get a couple more of these super chats real quick. We got one coming out from the UK to TBV's very own. Probably like TBV's is she like the first lady now? Real Naja chick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So big ups to her. After seeing, girl, I love you, man. After seeing the Spence versus Porter fight, I now believe Crawford beat Spence.
Naja, you fired. No longer first lady. Nah, joking.
Bet aside, I think Spence won last night.
Yeah, it was close.
We got another one.
It was close where I wouldn't even be mad at you. But damn, Shawn, you had to get touched.
We got another one from Kelly. Says, talk to him, Mike. I had Porter winning that key fight too. Laugh out loud. T Plums, what up, T Plums? He says, y'all really hate on Spence. He won. Okay. Rod in 870 says 236, 235 punch stats landed Porter Thurman.
So Porter landed more, huh?
By one punch, it seemed like. But they did say last night Porter landed the most punches on Errol Spence in his career so far.
I mean, they're going to try whatever they want to try to make Keith not look like, he had an easier time. You see, Rod in 870 is like Spence's brother.
Yeah, he was one of the callers that called in and said he was going to run through Errol Spence.
He was talking that man down shit?
He was talking nigga man down. He was like nigga 8 round.
He was talking family down. He was going to hit Porter so hard Ken was going to fall.
Yo, so everybody going to ignore, just ignore like the 6 to 10 fucking hit him in the middle punches.
Nigga,
hit the one in the middle. You know
6 to 10, do me. I counted 6 in 1 round.
Bro, you know what's funny about that?
Mike, I felt like I was in the scene. I forget which Rocky it was when he's telling Rocky like, oh yeah, with the Russian, he's like, hit the one in the middle. Hit the one in the middle. Bro, he hit Shawn with at least 6 connected low blow shots, man. At least.
First of all, you know why we forgetting it and he's getting a pass? Because he scored the knockdown and he dominated the 12th. Had that fight continued to be tight, that would have been the headline of the story. That being said, I struggled with not putting that in the title. I promise you, I wanted to put something like beats his testicles, something like that. No, I promise you. People sent me a meme of Shawn Porter. Ohio Runs Boxing made a meme of Shawn Porter's balls talking about, I don't want the rematch. Yo, he said Shawn Porter's balls don't want the Errol Spence rematch. That shit had me crying, bruh.
Y'all want to know why Shawn let the gas down? That's because he had a leak in the motherfucking tank, bro. 6 shots to the nuts.
But you see,
they took rounds out of that man.
But that's the difference between
Jack Reese. I defended you in this Wilder and Fury bullshit, man. I defended you, man. I can't defend you on this one, Reese.
But Doomie, that's the issue, bro. That's the difference between Shawn Porter and Errol Spence. Errol Spence would have said it. See, I told y'all he was dirty. How many times he punched me in my dick? I probably can't even have kids now. Porter ain't even bring it up. Porter ain't even make it an issue.
Ken did. But like, yeah, man, that was those low blows were excessive. Even I went back and watched it because I didn't listen to the commentary last night, which wasn't that good. But they were saying, like, even a commentary, that's low, that's low, that's low. Next round, oh shit, that's kind of low, that's borderline low. I'm just like, Jack Reese, I like you not getting involved that much, but at the same time, if a nigga just constantly getting hit in the dick and nuts over and over again, and the broadcasters are saying it, people at home are saying it, the internet is saying it, you gotta say something, Jack. You gotta say something. And big ups to Shawn Porter because there was a couple times where he went back like, you hit me in my nuts. Take this one, nigga. Take that one.
Yeah, man. He didn't even return the favor, bro. Too nice, man. I don't know, man. That was a very, very, very upsetting thing to see, man. And it was just flagrant, and you could see it. Earl, you could go back in the fight and you could see it. Several of them landed on the belt line, all right? So several of them could be misunderstood. But nah, man, they landed on the dick. In the one in the middle, B.
On the tip.
On the tip. I don't know what kind of, I don't want to, man, Shawn must have had a metal cup.
And that's why I shouted out the people last night who made Shawn's cup on there. Big ups to y'all, because y'all did a hell of a fine job. Whatever cup company y'all with, y'all should sponsor all boxers, because he took some vicious nut shots.
And, when I did MMA, man, there used to be these dudes, they used to come in with these metal cups, bro. I mean, even when they got on top of you and try to, put you in a guillotine hole, that cup would go into the middle of your back, and it would hurt. I'm just hoping that he wore that type of cup, because, bro, that cup right there is the only kind of cup that'll take a shot like that, man. I was very, very... I would have hit him back in the nuts. I just didn't get that from Shawn, man. After so many times looking to Jack Reese for help, and none of it came. None of it.
Real quick, before we get back to the topics, we got a super chat from Sergio Gomez. Canelo would destroy Spence. Spence not elite. I'm starting to have second thoughts about me picking Spence over Canelo. Maybe if he goes up in weight, he might be stronger. You know what I'm saying? At a higher weight, but from what I seen last night, yeah, I think Canelo might edge him out. And we got one from Tavion Parrish. Did y'all see Ryder was talking about Paulie's commentary on Showtime? I actually seen Paulie at the fight last night. He was over there with a hoodie on.
Yeah, I mean, that could be another reason why he left. I don't want to have my fight commentated by Paulie no more. But I don't know. I doubt that, man. That's something to ask when we hit up Camp Life. I'm definitely doing a Camp Life.
Absolutely. I'll meet you in Chattanooga.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up. He was just talking about that this morning with El Camino. He was asking me, who you going to take? I said, I don't know. Mike ain't go in the last two, I think. So that's good to hear that you want to go back.
Yeah. Y'all move on to the David Benavidez fight, or is there something else y'all want to talk about, Errol Spence?
Nah, man. I mean, I guess Doomy didn't get his opportunity to talk about Earl's options. The fact that he said he wants to get Pacquiao next. If he can't get Pacquiao, he'll negotiate with Crawford. If that's too difficult, he will line up with Danny for January, as early as January, early 2020. Your thoughts on, just what he said, the options and such?
Shit, he's the big fish now, like he said, man. He has a lot of leverage. He has the seat. He has the positioning. I could say whatever I want to say, nut shots, all that other shit, man. But he fought hard, and he fought hard like a champ to the very end, and he got the win. It's his job to fight, not to fucking judge, not to do anything else. We could criticize all this shit, all types of ways, but Earl, I salute you. You did your thing. You knocked him down at the very, last rounds, championship shit. So he got options, man. He could go either way. He could go Danny. He could go. And he ain't getting Manny. He ain't. You ain't getting Manny right now, bro. You ain't.
That's why Manny and Danny's gonna fight Earl, because Manny don't want to fight Danny or Earl. That's just my personal opinion. I have no actual proof. I'm just on the outside looking in. He don't want those two to fight.
Nah, and I'm pretty sure Earl gonna be way better after this fight. I think he learned a lot, and maybe just maybe he'll have a full camp with his strength and conditioning coach. I mean, Deontay got away with it for a long time, man. He just kind of did his thing here and there. He got that power, he got that grit, but we all know what a fit, on point Deontay Wilder can do. You saw it in Brazil. So
what he did say to me that you didn't see. He said he's no longer going to come to camp over like weighing 25 plus pounds.
Yes, I did. I did hear that. And good for him because throughout this whole promotion, we talked about that, and we made it clear that I don't care how disciplined you are, you're still cutting the weight, you're still putting pressure on your body. So good for him. He got to smarten up, man, because he could be a lot stronger.
And quick sidebar. When you see guys like Adrian Broner, Tank Davis, you see how much they blew up in between fights. Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? I see a guy like J. Rock Williams, and looks fit right now. Can fight right now. I see Leo Santa Cruz looks fit right now, even though he's in training. But I'm not a fan of the guys blowing up to 20, 30, 40 plus pounds of the weight division. It's just not a good look.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, if you're not gonna maintain that, because I don't mind Keith being the bigger man, you know. So he's getting down, he's the bigger man, but like he looks big, you know. He looks big, and Tank looks big, man.
I get Keith a pass, and Tank look like he ate the other. I swear, man,
that had me dying.
Nigga, those chains look like a fucking dog choker. They're fucking tight.
Bro, my man's neck was crazy. He looked like his hat size grew like 2-3 sizes, man. Yeah, I don't know. Gervonta gonna have to like, whew.
So actually we can't move on. We gotta still talk about David Benavidez. Damn,
yeah,
that was a good fight. That was a good fight.
What's the name?
Bandera Roja.
El Bandera Roja, a.k.a. the dog. Shit, fuck that nigga. He the dog.
Nah, we're going to go with Ness. We're going to go with Ness right now, the Michael Myers of the division.
Okay. The way he come forward, I don't know. I got to see Plant. See, because I think Plant going.
Where that soundbite at? That Michael Myers soundbite. Every time you heard that shit, you know you was in trouble. Motherfucking white girls is running, tripping. This motherfucker just steady walking like.
That's why I think this guy is the best in the division. I've been saying that, man.
Yeah, but it's too soon to say. That's what I'm saying. I need to see Caleb Plant pumping the jab, giving him head movement, giving him lateral movement. He's got younger legs. He's got a better boxing brain, and he's got way more confidence than Anthony Dirrell. Look, Anthony Dirrell, you know, again, it's hard to sit here and not say the truth or say the truth, right? Because, like, bruh, I'm sorry that this is going to sound bad, but, like, he took pride in Rubio. Like, he made that his elite level win. I was watching PBC face-to-face, about to throw up and laugh at the same time. My man, you can't get on a national show like that and tell the world that you clearly outboxed Marco Antonio Rubio, who was coming off a loss, I believe, when he fought him. I mean, I should double check that instead of talking shit.
Was he moving up too? Because I thought Rubio was at 160.
Yeah, bruh. From what I remember, and I'm Googling it now, fuck it.
He had come off a Gennady Golovkin loss.
By knockout to 160 pounds and moves up to 68 and goes 10 with Dirrell. And you on PBC face-to-face talking about that's an elite level win in Sakio Bika? You see, I like what Benavidez said. He said, yo, this means so much more to me. You know why it means more than my first time? Because my first one was a vacant title shot. This is me taking it from the champion. So, again, Dirrell needs to have that same mindset. You fought Sakio Bika for a vacant, B?
Was Dirrell really the champ? Nigga, he fought for a vacant beat. Got a controversial win over Yildirim, which I thought came from a punch, but they ruled it a cut from a headbutt, something like that. He got the belt granted to him like that.
And let me just add in the context that vacant belt, just so you know, we could bring it back to Danny and Porter. It's like they fought each other for a vacant. That was vacant title worthy. Like Yildirim, you beat Yildirim, we supposed to call you like a true champ.
Same nigga we seen motherfucking Chris Eubank sleep.
Destroy, bro. Yo, man, listen. And then again, no disrespect. It's just like, you know,
Yo, y'all saw the video right before the fight with Dennis Hoagland messing with him?
Nah, not Hogan, bro. You talking about Douglas. Dennis Douglas, the mama's
Dennis
boy.
Douglas. I'm sorry.
That's so corny to me, man. This guy got a fight going on, and you want to come over here and cause ruckus, bro. You know he ain't about to do anything with you right now. He got money to be made.
He was like, yo, smack this motherfucker for me.
Yo, I agree, but if you're Dennis Douglas, the mama's boy, you have had a very difficult career. He started his career right here in New Jersey. He's a New Jersey dude, you know. Took him a lot of tough fights on short notice, you know, club room fights. His mom training him, bringing him up. Then he finally
got robbed.
No. But you talking about when he signed out? No, I'm talking about before he signed out. He had the hard knock life coming up in the boxing game. You know, boxing is beautiful now. All these big-time promoters handing out big-time contracts because of the television network. Back in the day, it wasn't like that. Yeah, these promoters still existed, but there was a lot of little smaller promoters, and there was a lot of people was eating. There was a lot of Gary Shaw, a lot of show boxes, a lot of boxing after dark on HBO. We're missing that because we don't have Lou DiBella being a small promoter, Gary Shaw, you know, Cameron Duncans of the world.
I mean, we still got it. It's just on UFC Fight Pass.
Well, I mean, I guess, man. But
I miss Tuesday night fights too, man. I was enjoying when Al was putting fights on Tuesday on FS1. Hopefully they start doing it again because I really enjoy seeing like all the up and coming fighters fight on Tuesday.
I wish that Al would have been given the application idea, even though it seems like that's not what he's into because he's got the terrestrial TV money. But if you think about all the fights that he had when PBC first started, it would have been better suited on an app. Like all those Tuesday night fights, like they were on so many networks, spreading themselves so thin, and I get it. It was like to throw the product everywhere, see who bites, who's going to give us the deal. And Fox gave it to you, and Showtime gave it to you, and that's cool. But, you know, I don't know. What would it have been like if you would have put all that on one place instead of Spike and Showtime and some on HBO and some on Fox and some on CBS? And, man, too much craziness spreading it thin, man. But, man, Douglas had to do that because Douglas doesn't get opportunities, bro, and he's been getting robbed, and it's difficult for him. He's not Errol Spence. He's not Shawn Porter. And when you're on the bottom of the totem pole, you got to try to leapfrog, and that's the only way. I mean, I get you guys. Yo, it's a title fight. Respect them. But, like, doggy, I got to eat. This how I'm going to eat. I got to eat. You guys don't get that.
What was the point, though, of him confronting him, though?
Well, they got a controversial fight where he feels he won, and he's running from the rematch. He ain't talking about giving him a rematch, and it's like Deontay Wilder said, don't say we friends if you don't want to fight me and help me fucking eat. We fight, and that's how we feed our family.
Absolutely.
It's controversy in our fight. There's a storyline. You need me to build more storyline other than the world thinking I beat you? Fine. I'm going to show up at your press conference. I'm going to show up at your weigh-in, and I'm going to club a lane you. I get what he's doing. I can't be mad. I preach that all day.
And real quick, we got 656 watching. I need 656 thumbs up. For anybody who's new watching, man, we do this shit every Thursday and Sunday at 7, the flagship edition.
Yo, we got to stop saying
every
that.
Day.
Oh, damn. See, damn, Mike. I always cut you off, but you always right. You going to teach me, yo, give me another year being with you, and you going to learn me. Look, I was about to say, you got to stop saying that because we do a show every day, but you was already saying that. I just got to learn to shut up. I'm sorry, bro.
You cool. And we do a show every day, Monday through Friday. 9 a.m. East Coast time, 8 Central, 6 West Coast, and 2 UK. So check us out, man. This is what we do every day. So go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Thank you.
So the dog gets cut with a fucking jab.
That shit was a brutal cut too for a jab.
What the hell?
Yo, let's not forget to talk about Robert Guerrero. I definitely want to talk about Robert Guerrero.
Absolutely. But shit, that cut didn't play into it because Benavidez had stopped that nigga.
You had Mike over here, lightheaded over here with that cut.
DC Mike.
Mike kept saying, "Yo, man, you can see through it."
Yo, DC Mike in the building. What's up, champ? I see you out there grinding, man. I've been checking you, man. Good work, bro. DC Mike from the DMV area in the building. That's what's up.
What's next for Benavidez though, man? Who y'all want to see him in there with?
Man, I need Plant, man. I'm gonna check what else is in that division, but I need Plant.
Is Plant, Caleb Smith.
That's a good storyline.
And
that's
in
crazy.
the division.
Why Anthony Dirrell dropped to number 20 in the division?
Wow.
He got stopped.
On BoxRec.
He got to stop, and the fight wasn't that competitive.
He is low. That's low, man.
How low can you go?
Damn. So, Benavidez is number 7. In front of Benavidez, we got Fedor Chudinov. That's a guy that George Groves.
Those rankings gotta be old, right, man?
No, it's not. No.
Understand
how BoxRec works, right? I'm pretty sure they have a more detailed explanation of this, but what I've been able to gather throughout the years is you get credit for the big fight. And big fights don't necessarily mean popularity, which they can, but they also mean belts. So, for instance, let's double check right now. I'm gonna open up another one.
Did Chudinov get stopped by fucking George Groves?
But that's a big fight though. That's a big fight though. Yeah, Groves had a belt, and I think he was Ring Magazine.
Nah. Groves didn't have a belt. Chudinov had the belt.
And so who was? And didn't they put the Ring Magazine on the line for that? Because I feel like
no. The Ring Magazine got put on the line for Groves and Callum Smith in the World Boxing Final.
Okay. I was about to say I feel like I seen Groves with that belt. And that's how Callum got it. But all right, so
and that was an undercard fight too. It wasn't like it was even a main event. Like shooting off. All right,
shooting off.
Yeah. So next after shooting off is Rocky Fielding.
What?
But again, Mike, it's because of the fights they've been in. You see, Chudinoff's been in a bigger fight with Groves. Fielding's been in a bigger fight with Canelo. Those are more points.
He lasted one round. We got a two-time world champion. We're talking about.
You ready for
Rocky
this?
Fielding?
You ready for this?
Rocky
John. You ready for this? John Ryder.
I guess he the mandatory for fucking Callum Smith. So I guess I don't fucking.
You ready? Who's next? You want to hear who's next?
No, I really don't.
Billy Joe Saunders, Chris Eubank, and Callum Smith.
Chris Eubank number 2?
Chris Eubank is number 2.
Chris Eubank, I love it.
Yeah, but again,
Eubank,
this is BoxRec, and I'm gonna give you some. And everyone some context. I've been trying to pull up Errol Spence's resume just to see how much he's grown, because before I click it, I want you to know that he was at least 790 points less than Terence Crawford before the fight yesterday. Now let me just check how many points he got for that. Oh, wow. Now he's at 1249. He was like in the 800s. So this is what I wanted to teach y'all. Based off that, unifications give you more points. Points bring you up. So I was looking at this, and I never wanted to say nothing to Mike because I'm like, God damn, how is Earl an 800, but Crawford's a 1400? And now Crawford's 1488 and Earl is 1249 because he unified. So Crawford unifying, then undisputing, he gets points for that. But then you got to factor in. That's why everybody doesn't use BoxRec, because they're not factoring in level of opposition. Same thing Mike is factoring in when he considers.
They do. They put the stars outside, right?
Yeah, but the stars are the points. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess the stars. What I've gathered is that the stars indicate how important the fight is. Like a 3-star, 1-star, 5-star. Because right now everybody in the top 25. Well, everybody in it stops with in the welterweight division. Adrian Broner at number 13. Those are all 5-star fighters. But Adrian Broner is a 312-point fighter.
Okay, because what I thought about, like, the stars represent the level of competition that you're in the ring with. That's what I thought. No sample fighter coming in.
I mean, it could, because like I told you,
we need to get a fucking BoxRec representative on. Like, come on, man, break this shit down for us.
I haven't, read their full thing because I just use it. But that's how I've gathered. The points definitely was something I just picked up on. But look at Manny Pacquiao. So there's got to be also a way that you lose points, because how has Pacquiao been fighting so long and he's only an 836-point welterweight fighter? So a little strange, but it still works. So David Benavidez, I mean, I like Caleb Plant, which is ranked number 9 on BoxRec, and he's the IBF champ. I guess that's a good fight for Benavidez. Maybe they want to build to that and give him a voluntary versus Uzcategui or someone that is a common opponent. But,
I mean, going to Caleb would be a title fight, right? Straight title fight right away.
It would be a straight unification, which is something probably that they don't necessarily want or need to do just yet. He's only 22.
I mean, he could keep becoming legend, man.
I think champion too, so that means he gets a voluntary.
So he can.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the division is thin, though. Hassan and Dom, Caleb Plant, Willie Monroe Jr., David Benavidez, Fyodor Chutinov. I mean, not very many names. Dirrell is in there. He just fought. Peter Quillen just lost. Anthony Sims Jr. is on the come up, but he's with the zone. Like, I mean, this division isn't that thick. So maybe going straight at the champions is the best thing.
Billy Joe's
the WBO champion, but he's on the zone. And I don't think Billy Joe wants any smoke with David Benavidez.
Maybe Billy Joe. I mean, you know what?
Billy Joe could answer some questions. Because again, I want to see Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez for the same reason. I wouldn't mind seeing Billy Joe, the jab and the head movement. Because when Dirrell was fresh, he was landing the jab, and David Benavidez was just on a high guard, walking forward like fucking Michael Myers. Someone could work and dig to the body. They could keep him occupied with the double jab to the top, then around, right hand to the body or something like that. Like, Dirrell didn't do any of that. I just want to see, someone that is going to be a little bit more, disciplined on the jab.
Does he get an interim fight before he goes into the unification with Caleb Plant? You know what I'm saying? Does that happen, or do you think they?
No, definitely. He beat the champion, so he deserves he's supposed to get a voluntary.
You know what? It's crazy because Benavidez looked like the bigger, like much bigger guy in there, man. I wonder how that rehydration weight looked like, because even though Anthony's taller, he still looked bigger than him. He looked bigger than him.
Benavidez probably was every bit of like 190 when he got in the
ring. Oh man, bro, it was crazy looking at that. He was just Frankenstein walking him down.
Really. I mean, like, bro, I'm used to it, bro. I watch UFC now and then boxing. I see fighters rehydrating. They just look massive from the day before, so it's nothing out of the ordinary for me.
I mean, did we get more answers or more questions, man, after this fight? I mean, he took it from the champ. But have we still seen David Benavidez in there with a guy like the likes of Caleb or any Callum. or Callum or maybe even Billy Joe? I mean, we still haven't seen him in there with a guy that's really going to test him. Either that or the kid's just that good. He's that good.
Yo, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I'm gonna keep my eyes on it though, because now that I'm thinking about it, Callum ain't giving him no fight. That's not happening. Callum. Unless somehow David could get Samson and Al to force Mauricio to get Callum in the ring, because Callum
you said that, though. I thought you said something like that, like he's going to be like the mandatory like in 2021.
They did say in their newsletter that they are going to get Callum a shot at the full title. But is he going to want it now that it's not Dirrell anymore?
I mean, if the money's right.
Wait. What you mean if the money's right? He would be the mandatory. So he gets a mandatory split.
Oh, no. I definitely don't think it'll be like that. You know what I'm saying? I think they'll probably like negotiate something out, or Eddie Hearn will probably have a purse for him already that he's going to get before the fight. And Eddie Hearn probably just pick up his purse. You know what I'm saying?
Only thing they can do, because it's a mandatory, I guess not agree on a split and go to purse bid?
Yeah. And that fight might end up on the zone because it's a big fight. But I don't know how many.
That'll be better for David Benavidez. But does I guess Eddie would bid because he knows it'll be a good fight.
And then if you beat Benavidez, nigga, you get on the zone and you win. It's only one thing to do. Only one thing to do. I want Canelo. What that cinnamon head motherfucker? Give me him. He the man on the zone. I'm the man on the zone. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. Based off his PBC face-to-face, I don't think he'll say it like that because, you know, he said, I want to be kind of the new Canelo. So, I don't know. Maybe he would, maybe he won't. Let me go out to casual, fan.
What's up, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, I just want to say I saw the fight, too.
Stay focused. Stay working my jab. Nice boxing voice.
Because if he comes to fight, then I'm going to have to look for him, man.
I saw the fight, too.
I think you accurate.
Yo, what's good, man? I'm late.
Yo, you're not connected. Damn, you niggas is, what the fuck is up with y'all? Y'all some trash.
Man, you had us up to 3 o'clock last night, nigga. Shit.
Yo, and I had a crazy
podcast
night.
etiquette. Check your settings. Make sure your mics is connected. Like, this dude ain't got no light. His mic not connected. He got a girl outfit hanging in the back.
You can't see him though.
Yeah. My bad.
He's still not connected trying to talk. Man, we're going to keep these thing moving until we get ready.
Lopez, I won the first Barrios and Batyr Akhmedov.
Man, I'm so mad, bro, because I got to see parts of this fight. And, again, the issue that I had with the cable company, my shit didn't let me go back and rewatch like it always does. So, I lost this.
Barrio got the dog in him, bro.
Yeah, me got the dog. Jazz actually watched this shit all together on Skype, and we was just like,
"Whoa,
whoa!" Like, he was taking a beating like midway through that fight. Like Batyr was coming forward, landing big shots, had his whole side of his face on swole.
You know, I'm glad that you got to watch it and you.
I'm back right now. You hear me?
Yes. Hold that thought, though, champ. I'm glad that you feel so strongly about it because I want to ask you. Someone texted me and they like, yo, Barrios on that PBC diet, laugh out loud. Now, I know you looking at this fight like, yo, Barrios was just in tough as hell. But to the fight fan, even the hardcore, who the fuck is Batyr Akhmedov?
Real quick, it's not a diet, and I will explain why, but Kaz, go ahead.
What's up, everybody? I'm just here to say I enjoyed the PBC fight last night. From Barrios to Dirrell, Benavidez, and of course the Shawn Porter versus Errol Spence Jr. PBC hands down has been giving us the best card ever, in my opinion, and the fights so far in 2019. There's back-to-back fight of the years, if you ask me, from Keith Thurman, Manny Pacquiao, and now Shawn Porter, Errol Spence.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like those fights, but I can't deny that nothing sticks out like AJ Ruiz to me.
AJ Ruiz because of the upset, though.
Of course, but it's also because AJ was, you know, people were kind of trying to say he was taking over the face of boxing. I was still beating the Canelo drum, which obviously he is, but you know.
Man, let me tell you something. Mario Barrios controlled the fight. The first half of the fight, he was doing great. He dropped Akhmedov. And Akhmedov, yo, you got to give him all the credit. Who the fuck is this guy? But he came out of the fucking left field with everything he had. He didn't give up after them knockdowns. He just kept coming at Mario. I was afraid for Mario because I don't know if Mike might agree on me, his tank just gave out, literally.
Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he kept dropping his right hand. He has a strange guard where he lifts his left hand up real high, drops the right, and it's kind of like an inviting kind of guard so that the opponent throws to your right side, and then you can capitalize. But halfway through that fucking fight, Mario, you were supposed to make the adjustment, man, because them left hooks from hell were hitting him. Akhmedov was hitting him with so many fucking hooks, bro. He was begging for a right. That whole side of his face. Right, Mike?
Yeah, his whole left side was swole.
And you can see like the level of experience from Akhmedov. He fought in the World Boxing Super Series, amateur career, 28 years old, coming from that Russian background. So we know he's tested, you know what I'm saying? So he went in there and like turned it up the second half of that fight to where Mario Barter. It was all shocking to us when we seen that fucking knockdown, because if it wasn't for that knockdown, in my opinion, he was gonna lose that fight.
It was like a Spence Shawn situation, right? Like you needed that knockdown. You needed it. He was grinding him. He was Shawn Porter in him. Grinding him.
12th round knockdown. Nah, what stuck out the most yesterday was every fight that on the A side, you know, they were doing what they had to do the first half, but then the B side took over, and that happened to Mario Barrios as well as Dirrell. Dirrell had control. But what was Benavidez was like, you called him Frankenstein. He was just doing that. He wasn't doing anything. But when he let that offset or that offense go, he took over. So all these fighters last night were doing well first half. The second half, things shift. There was a whole momentum shift.
Now, Ken, I think you said it right. When he let that offset go, he started with the Cardi B. I don't dance now, nigga. I make money move.
He let that offset go.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, anything else y'all want to talk about that fight, or before we move on to the Josesito Lopez? And
nah, man, address the issue, man. They calling it a PBC diet for Barrios.
I don't think it was a diet.
But what's the diet?
Yeah, but you thinking just this fight. You thinking just this fight. But what's his resume look like, Mike?
I mean, it was his first title fight. And I mean, I don't expect his resume to be good. He's only like 23 or 24 years old.
And is this a full title or is this a regular?
Like a gold or some shit.
Nah, this a regular because ain't your man 140 champ, Regis?
Nah, he the vacant world boxer super lightweight title.
But that's 140.
Some of these judging cards too, man. Some of these judge cards were a little.
Let me pull up my rankings. Y'all wildin', man.
Yo, LS.
That's why we can't move on. We got to give content. We got to educate the people who this kid is, what divisions he in. Is he a real champ? Who he's faced? Like, all right.
He got 7 wins.
If you a Barrios fan like I am, you got to hope that this dude, Akhmedov, or how do you pronounce it?
Akhmedov.
You got to hope that Akhmedov goes on to do something after this. Because if he doesn't, so look, Regis is the real WBA, so he ain't even a real champ.
Akhmedov has 7 fights in his bag only.
Yeah, he was on the fast track. But now this is what I'm saying. Like, in 2 years, if Akhmedov don't do nothing, will we remember him? And by the way, who's Velasco or Zamora or Roman or Bernardo?
I mean, Velasco is a coming opponent with Regis program the fight before he got his title shot. So, okay. I mean, that's a good barometer. Did he stop Velasco?
Yeah,
yes,
in 2 rounds, and his only
But Regis stopped him in like 4 or 5. I think Regis
took 8 rounds. Barrios took 2 rounds, but that was back to back. Regis fought him 2018 in July, and Barrios fought him almost a year later in May. The next year. But I mean, this is just a common opponent. Velasco doesn't have any wins. Like, he's all before those 2 fights, he only fought in Argentina. So, again, it could be considered a diet. And I'm only being fair because I always say Top Rank put dudes on diets. So, I'm going through his resume. Again,
I'm lost. I don't get the diet when Mario Barrios don't have no names behind him, period.
Exactly, casual.
So what's the diet?
You ain't getting no beef.
Well, you naming Regis Progress. That should be the beef then.
No, what he's saying, he's not building his resume because he's fighting guys that we don't know. That's what he's trying to say.
I'm not trying to say it. I'm making an argument for the person that wants to interject this as a Barrio side topic on the show, and it's. I think it's within reason. He's 25-0. He's 25-0. I don't know nobody on his resume like that, man.
Neither do I. So he is on a diet.
And I've been following him from the very beginning. I can give you an excuse, and I am a Mario Barrios fan, so it might not be accepted. But he started his career at 22 pounds, 122 pounds. That's Rigondeaux's division.
So super lightweight is what, 140?
140.
135?
Yes, 140.
Well, there's some names out there at 140. You know, we got the Adrian Broners.
So let me just give you context. He started at 122, and he seen rapidly that wasn't going to work. So his next fight, he moved up to featherweight at 126. And he stood at 26 for a good amount of time for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights, and then moved up to 30. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 developmental fights at 30. Because it's like, okay, you got big. We got to move you up. So we got to test this weight out. All right, damn, you moving up again? All right. We got to move you up. We got to test this weight out. So we keep giving you dudes to test the weight out, and you just been testing the weight out and testing the weight out, and now you got a vacant title shot. So I'm just, again, keeping the energy the same. He has been on a bit of a diet. It's time to put him in there with someone. That being said, checking the rankings, right? Champions in that division are Jose Ramirez, who already unified with Maurice Hooker and has names under his belt, Josh
isn't Barrios trained by
Virgil Hunter,
Robert Garcia?
Virgil Hunter. Barrios.
No. Okay. Virgil Hunter. Okay.
Mario Barrios is trained by Virgil Hunter. Jose Ramirez is trained by Robert Garcia.
Who's that kid that just moved up to 147 because he was trained by Robert Garcia, so he didn't want to fight at 140 anymore?
Virgil Ortiz.
Gotcha.
Yep. So the other champion is the IBF champion Josh Taylor, and obviously Jose Ramirez is the WBC and the WBO, and Regis is the true WBA. So Barrios being in that WBA, I mean, there is nothing there. I literally don't know anyone in that division but Cletus, not division in them rankings, but Cletus Sheldon. Ishmael Bosurro is number 15. Cletus Sheldon is number 10.
A lot of Russians.
I never heard of Correra, Robbie Davis Jr., Sandor Martin.
Robert Davis Jr. got a fight with Lewis Risson coming up.
I heard of this other guy, Sho Hyong. No, sorry, Shakram Gayasov. I heard of him. I think I watched one fight. No? Gayasov, you don't know?
Maybe I did. I just not ringing any bells right now.
None of these dudes. Then there's another dude, Sho Shanghan Eragashev, and then it was
Eragashev. Yeah, I know Eragashev. Yeah, I think he's a top-ranked fighter.
And then it was Akhmedov, Barrios, and I don't even know who Alberto Pulo is. I'm telling you, I don't know. I mean, and you know what? There is nothing that sticks out other than those champions. Maybe Ivan Branchek. I guess Jose Cepeda, but again, Cepeda is just a common opponent. He holds no win over no one.
What's my tough Swedish guy name? Dude from Norway or something like that? Anthony Yigit.
Yeah, but he's also known just for losing. So would we give Barrios credit for those wins in 3 years? Maybe Pablo Cesar Cano is a good win for him if he could get Pablo Cano, because it's like, no, that's the difference. That's Pablo Cano is not Juan Carlos Cano. Is Pablo Cano?
What do you think about the winner of Granados and Easter getting a possible Mario Barrios fight?
I like that.
Granados and Easter. That fight, I don't even think those dudes are in this division, bro.
140? Easter's 140 or 135.
Easter move up to 140.
I can't see Easter in any of these rankings in the sanctioning bodies, fellas.
He ain't fought yet. Be his first fight at 140.
Fight Granados.
Okay.
I think you putting too much on Mario Barrios. He's still developing. I think is what he does from this point on is what matters. You know what I'm saying? He's not really known.
And listen, I respect that. He is still developing, but bro, he's been developing for 25 fights.
Yeah, right. But everybody develops. But now's the time. He got to shine last night for the first time, I think, on televised pay-per-view.
Yeah, and he can't do big. Man, like 12 round and down. And so like you always say this, he showed that his power carries late. He was able to drop that guy.
Yeah, his power carries late. You gotta respect that.
And also, man, like you can't judge everybody's journey the same, right? Dude, he got 25 fights, cool. He may turn out to be a motherfucking they go 50-0. I'm saying with some good wins along the way. We just don't know right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. He might turn out to be.
That's what I'm trying to say. Who's gonna define his career? He might have to move up.
Bro.
He got to move up. He got a big frame.
He's 24.
If he can't get any of these champions, if these champions move out the division, I don't see who he makes his bones off.
He'll probably fight for a vacant title once they move up.
I mean, Victor Postal is ranked number 12 in the WBO.
How much is the weight affecting him too, man? The weight cut. He's a pretty tall kid. He's a 5'10".
He 5'10". Yeah, he done moved up like necessary like four times, 122.
Man, boy done moved up 8 divisions already with no titles, man. No titles. Usually you move up and get a title, man. You don't want to leave your division without getting a title. You just
but things happen though, man.
No, I know. Listen, he's young. I get it. He's young. He's getting, and he looks better. You can see this fight. He physically looked better. Like his body at the weigh-in. He's coming into his own. I get it. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, you see, My Throne just said thanks, Ness, for bringing up my subject. That's all. I'm just catering to my Patrons. You know what I mean? Because he's a top-ranked fan. Everybody know Alex Lemon is a top-ranked fan. Everybody know I made top-ranked shirts say top-ranked Dyer. So he trying to keep the energy the same, which he got a case. Barrios ain't got nothing to speak of, man. Tomorrow I won't know who Ahmed's name is. I won't remember how to pronounce it, and I'm gonna get y'all all right now. Enrique.
Yo.
Pronounce Devin Haney's last opponent's name.
Damn, I gotta look that up.
All right. What about you, Doomy?
Man, we had a whole show about that one.
All right, Mike, what about you?
Look here, man. Damn, it's right at the tip of my fucking tongue,
All right,
man.
so this is my thing.
Looking them down.
This is my thing, man. I don't care how tough these dudes
are.
Abdullah, Zaire.
Abdullah.
I don't care how tough these dudes are.
But y'all have to look it up.
I don't care how tough these dudes are. If they do not do something after that loss to these standout prospects like Haney and Barrios, they will become just a name on the resume.
But what if Devin Haney goes out and does something like possibly get the Lomachenko fight and beat him? Like that fucking Zaire dude doesn't even matter anymore.
But that's what he's got to do.
That's what I'm saying.
But right now, let me ask you a question. Right now, someone can say Haney's on a diet, though. Right now, they can say that.
I understand that. Real quick, though, why as boxing fans do we want to rush everybody? Just because fucking Teofimo Lopez going for a title don't mean everybody got to rush. Just because Devin Haney going for an interim title don't mean everybody got to rush. Just because goddamn Shakur Stevenson going for a title don't mean everybody got to rush.
Yo, can
Mike,
I say
you
something?
Understand what's rush? Go ahead, Doomy. I'll hold it.
I just wanted to see if you guys caught that. If you go to Batyr Akhmedov's box rec, it says suspended by California State Athletic Commission until.
Anytime you go through a fight, cuts, knockdowns, you got to get checked. The commission releases you afterwards.
I'm like, what was that? All right, thanks for clearing that up.
And, so listen, history shows us that fighters that were the goods usually start getting the title shot around 20, 23 fights. That was the average back in the day. If you check maybe like a Danny, I don't know, maybe even a Crawford, but, any of those fighters from 2000 and, I don't know, I would say even Oscar, bro. Check up Oscar's resume. Like, 20 is that golden number. 20, 23, 20, even Tyson, 21 fights, right? Like, that's title shot material. That's title shot material. The 12 fights, Rigo, 2 fights, Loma, 12 fights, Teofimo, Shakur. That's all standout shit. That's all like, yo, I'm above the pack, okay? I belong above the pack. So that's different, 20 is the average. At 20, you're supposed to have something on there already. And I can prove it. I'll give you guys, some time to talk, and we can switch subject. I'll come back. I'll pull up some notable names and just show you around 20-something fights. They either had names on their resume or already went for a full world title, not this secondary shit.
Yeah, that's cool. All I gotta say is everybody's journey is not the same. Doomy, Cass.
Hey, let me tell you, man. He needs to go back to the drawing board after this fight and see where he went wrong in that second half of the fight. I didn't like him looking like that. Any other guy that would have been just a little bit more advanced to Akhmedov would have finished him, because he was in trouble a lot of the times in the fight. But kudos to him. He stayed in there, showed championship medal. and was able to get that knockdown and closed out the fight with a W. Some of the scoring in this shit was a little crazy by the judges, but I still gave it to Mario.
And real quick, man, that's why I wanted to address like the judges, bro. Like I heard Ness say, it was a scoring that was so bad that the referees got suspended and like couldn't work the sense right, or something like that, right?
Yep. The Islam de Laura versus Paul Williams fight. Those 3 judges
Yeah.
got suspended indefinitely.
No, but like I'm looking at the NBA, like it was a referee that got influenced and started betting and started doing crazy shit. And they not only fired the motherfucker, they put federal charges on his ass. Tim Donahue, by the way. And he was in jail, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand how these judges can just get away with scorecards that don't resemble or reflect the fight that we've seen in the ring. It's getting tiring, man. It's just getting draining.
So Josesito Lopez gets the stoppage over John Molina. Really? I picked Lopez. I can't believe he battered Molina like this. Like, I've seen Molina in with some tough dudes and go all out. Maybe he's just already worn out, but damn, man, I'm not taking nothing from Josesito. He was really working off that jab very well, picking his shots good, and that's what he needed to do. Keep a good jab on John Molina. Broner showed us that. So, yeah, I don't know where Lopez goes next. I seen Thurman try to throw Lopez at Danny, but then we seen Danny Garcia try to get the Errol fight. So I don't know what's next for Josesito Lopez. But congratulations to him on his win. He got a good reception too, walking out the hall. Everybody really cheered for him.
Riverside Rocky, baby.
Yeah, man. They really cheered for him. But he's 35.
I know what's next, Ness.
What's next?
Sergey Lipinets. Josesito Lopez. Make that fight happen, PBC. You're welcome. It's going to be an all-action fight. Hopefully they can put that under maybe somebody's undercard next year. And, yeah, man, that'd be a definite fight that I want to see.
I don't think Lipinets goes that way, man.
Why not?
He don't got I mean, what's in it for him? What's in it for him?
I mean, Lopez is known. He's had a big fight with Canelo. He's had a big fight with Keith Thurman. He's had a big fight with Marcos Maidana. I think he has a lot of cachet. He had a big fight with Andre Berto. He's got more cachet, and that's why when he walked into the ring and did his walkout, he got that reception. He got a better reception than his opponent.
And he beat the guy that you were scheduled to fight until John Molina pulled out a couple months ago. So why not fight the guy that beat the guy that you were supposed to fight? Makes sense to me.
But real quick, let me give you some names for context. Josesito on BoxRec. Remember, BoxRec does not rank them by skill. But on BoxRec, he's 20. Above him, Granados, who's busy fighting Robert Easter. Anthony Young, who got the upset win over Saddam Ali. Jamal James, who we haven't heard from in a while, but is a PBC guy that gets a lot of hometown fights.
Just had a war with Antonio DeMarco.
Alexander Bruce Butin. Thomas Delorme, who just also had a war. Aegis Velasquez, who is scheduled or rumored to fight Crawford. Adrian Broner, who should not be in the division. David Avanesyan, who just scored a knockout back-to-back over...
Shout out to my dog, baby.
Did you get to see it?
Hell no, man. Can't find it nowhere. But, man, he go back to the dude hometown, home city, whatever, go back to Spain, and you knock his ass out again? And he's still the favorite, man? Big ups to you, man. Fuck, what I say fuck?
I guess fuck Lou DiBella. That's a Lou DiBella.
No. The nigga that cost me the money on the parlay last night. I had one more thing, bro. I had 1,800 day, 12-team parlay. Got 11 of them bitches right.
Damn. That shit had to hurt. So you got Avanesyan, Lipinets, Quadralido, Amir Khan, Garcia, Thurman, Urgas, Garcia, Porter, Pacquiao, Spence, Crawford. FYI, the second Garcia is Danny ranked above the first Garcia, which is Mikey.
Maybe you do Ugas, Lopez.
Very tough for Lopez. But probably the right fight because Ugas is big and strong, but not really he doesn't really get in there. He's
He's not a very hard puncher.
He's such a weird fighter. I feel like he just, he's conservative with the punches as well.
Real quick, we got 2 super chats that I want to get to right quick. One Callum from Kelly Thompson. Earl needs to get back with Blu-ray. I don't know who Blu-ray is. Ness, do you know?
Yeah, DVDs, right?
I guess. Yeah, that's cool. And we got one from Henry Brown. I don't care what people say. Errol Spence lost. Shawn Porter, with the exception of the drop down, Porter beat Spence the whole fight. Spence has no chance versus Bud.
Robert Guerrero, man. Look, I don't know how to take this. I was watching this, and I'm like, yo, how do I interpret this?
I wasn't even watching it, bro. I'm like, who the fuck is he fighting, my nigga? Bruh, first of all,
I like the guy that he was fighting. Like, the guy did absolutely nothing to win, but he was able to hang. Robert didn't get a stoppage. It was a 10-round fight, and maybe Robert wanted to go the rounds. But this guy, Jerry Thomas, he was awkward as fuck, man. He fought with his hands down the entire time, very herky-jerky, a lot of movement. He just had zero offense.
That guy reminded me of a good sparring partner that you bring in to get good rounds in.
Yeah.
He definitely gave Guerrero some good rounds.
Yeah. Look, he didn't try to really hurt Guerrero till the end, and I guess he was conserving his energy because he never been on his level. Like, I want to say Guerrero should have stopped someone like this, but I don't know what the plan was. Like, is Guerrero trying to get rounds and see can he get back into that title contention? I don't know what this fight was supposed to be. We got to remember and keep it into perspective that Guerrero had retired and he's
That's
back.
what I was just going to mention. Didn't he retire and he's coming back?
Yeah, so this is the itch. So, I'm not gonna knock him for not getting this guy out. This is like the itch, and maybe he just wants to get some rounds. So,
But let's be real though, Ness. Like, he got stopped and pretty much got embarrassed by Omar Figueroa, right? Or was it Brandon?
Omar.
He got TKO.
Yeah. Omar put like an 8-punch uppercut combination on his ass and was a highlight for PBC for the longest. So if Robert Guerrero, in my opinion, moves up any kind of level and faces the likes of Omar, we seen Omar lose to fucking your Dennis Ugas. So we know the level of disparity is there. If Robert tries to go up and face one of these guys, it's not going to end well for him. And anytime you're thinking about it or you do a retirement, your heart is really not in the sport. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know.
I mean, he's staying active. He fought twice this year. In March, he fought. It looks like he probably fought on the Errol undercard, and then he fought again on the Errol undercard. But he's making the weight. And you're right. These are 3 straight wins now. After three straight losses. Danny, David Emmanuel Peralta, Omar Figueroa Jr. For perspective, he's ranked number 41 on BoxRec, which puts him really down on the list. Guys like Eddie Gomez with Golden Boy, small welterweight, is... Well, actually, if Gomez got down to 47, that's good for him. He usually was in 54. So Eddie Gomez ranked there. Rashidi Ellis also with Golden Boy ranked above him. Someone named Castillo Clayton, Kelta Obra, Luis Collazo, who's fighting a good fight on ESPN. Who's he fighting?
I thought he was scheduled to fight Jose Benavidez, but he got injured, so I don't know who he's fighting right now. No,
it's someone else now. Let me click here. He got someone. Yeah. He got Cuadrado. So I'm gonna watch Cuadrado because of Collazo.
Who's Cuadrado?
His last name is even worse. His last name is Abdul Kakuhura. Man.
So that tells me Top bring a guy in just to preserve Luis Collazo and make that Benavidez fight.
No. Cuadrado. Let me get Jeffrey. This dude's he's another guy like Barrios and Zaire fought.
Where you from?
He's Russian. Oh no, he's Uzbekistanian.
Okay, he might be a tough. Well,
No, he is. He is. This is a fast track. He's 10-0 or some shit.
He's
Hold on,
by
yeah.
Aegis.
Kudratillo Aberkorov.
The Russians be
Kudratillo
fast.
Aberkorov. He's flying up the rankings. He's 16 with 9 knockouts. You know, I'm not gonna say flying, but he's here now. That's all that matters.
Must be managed by
Against
Aegis.
Collazo, we say that's fast track.
I mean, Collazo got 2 good wins
Over prospects
when he
he
was active.
He just took their soul.
Yeah.
Look, Luis Collazo's a dog, man. When you get,
I know he's a dog, but hasn't been active.
I mean,
he's been
in
active
the
this year.
circuit.
He fought in March. He fought in March.
He fought Samuel Vargas.
Yeah.
Samuel Vargas that got beat by Danny Garcia.
Yeah.
So you added him to the menu, and he's a good diet for Benavidez.
Well, what we're saying is he was scheduled to fight Jose Benavidez, and that would have been a good barometer because we've seen Jose almost go 12 with Crawford, but Jose got injured. So it's not Collazo's fault that he got to fight a Russian guy now.
And not only that, Collazo's an old dude with a name. What you're supposed to do, take him out. He's been put in with prospects that's supposed to take him out, and he taking the prospects out.
Right.
They served him up to Sammy. Sammy became food. Brian Peralta, he became food. Samuel Vargas, he became food. So now Quadriludo, we gonna see if he food.
Who's on the fast track?
Because if he takes this name, this is the biggest name on. I don't even know how to say this dude's name, man. He got 2 bad, hard pronunciating names here.
Man,
Kudratillo Abdukakarov.
Whoa.
Kudratillo Aberkorov.
Abdukakarov.
Back to the main topic, like Robert Guerrero. I really don't know where he goes from here. If he want to keep getting them checks, then hopefully he stays at this kind of level. I mean,
Robert been in there.
Maybe he fights Thomas Delorme or something like that. I mean, who knows?
I don't know, man.
Delorme needs a soft touch after that. So, for Robert, if he could beat Delorme, then we got to continue to take him serious. See, for guys that come back like this, they need certain fights so we can believe in them. Like Collazo, that's why he's fighting these prospects, because we got to believe that an old man can still hang.
And it'd be a good fight for both guys, for Delorme and Robert Guerrero. Crossroads fight. The winner goes on to bigger and better things, like always. Loser probably, if it's Delorme, he probably will regroup. But Guerrero, if he loses, then he knows that he's not at world level. And are you fighting just for the love of it, like Roy Jones, or are you fighting to compete?
It's too soon to put him in with the guy you just said.
Roy Jones Jr.
No, Delorme. It's too soon for Delorme. Delorme fought like a fucking wolf dog the last time.
But shit, they fought the same pretty much time frame, and it's PBC. Like we know Robert Guerrero is not ready.
I want to give Robert one more. Give him some time, bro. Like there's no need.
You said he had 3 fights this year, right?
Nah. He had 2 fights this year, both Earl cards. But you could give him somebody like Saddam Ali. That's a crossroads fight.
That's never gonna happen.
That ain't.
You never know. You never know. Golden Boy might be willing to do that because Saddam's already on the. Saddam already lost like twice back to back himself, so they in the same position. Maybe even
Y'all not mentioning Josesito Lopez?
I didn't want to say that. No, we did mention Josesito, but not with Guerrero. That would be a step backwards for Josesito.
Yeah, he could die.
Listen. Dolani Minge is ranked number 27. Robert Guerrero is number 41. Minge didn't really look like a killer in his last fight, even though there's talks of a Sebastian Formella rematch. Do you hear that?
Yes, sir.
So if not Minge, I didn't want to say this because I think this guy beats Robert, but
Broner?
Ray Robinson?
I mean, we seen Ray everywhere, so yeah. I mean, yeah.
You know what? The Broner fight is better. The Broner fight could be a one and done. He could go home. They had history. They could show the little old social media clips. Get Ellie to let them use their videos. Broner and Robert had beef. Broner's
honestly, if you're Broner, that's a win. I mean,
Broner announced retirement today.
And fuck what you saying. Yeah, in my perception, that's a win against a notable name.
I wish he retired from social media.
Then it can transform the casual fan that Broner's back now. He'll possibly get a big fight with somebody. if he beats Guerrero.
Man, I don't know. Gerald was awkward, man. He was
very awkward. Very awkward. I liked him though. Not like a he's gonna win in the future. Let's watch him again. Just like a guy that was able to seize the moment, even though he didn't get the win. He didn't really.
Oh, hold on, Doomy. Is Ness giving out moral victories right now?
No.
What are we doing, Ness?
No, that ain't a moral victory because I specifically said I don't want to see him again. I said it.
You gave Josesito Lopez moral victory with the cachet and all the losses he had.
Yeah, he did seize the moment, bro. We could see a B-side like that. There's never, this kid.
Nigga, ain't no seize no moment, nigga. You lost.
No, Mike. No, listen to this. Listen to this. I'm gonna look him up. This dude's fought all his fights in his hometown. That's like me bringing up Doomy in the rec center and then throwing him in with Robert.
He fought his safe in his hometown. Boo hoo. I don't give a damn. We got Caseo out here digging holes. 2 days notice, come in and knock Machado ass out once and 2 times. I don't give a damn about you fighting in your hometown when a dude out here digging holes.
I'll tell you the truth though, man. Robert Robert was supposed to finish this guy. That was the whole deal with this, and I gotta give him credit. I gotta give him credit for not getting.
Don't lose, don't get knocked out.
It was no different than Caleb Plant and Mike Lee. No different. It was a showcase fight right before the pay-per-view on Fox.
Mike Lee was this guy was no Mike Lee, bro.
I know, but I'm saying it was a showcase fight though. We know Mike Lee wasn't on the level.
But Mike Lee ain't as awkward as Gerald, man. Gerald had a little weird. He had a white.
He's not on the level, Ness.
He had a wick, a home assistance version of motherfucking Sergio Martinez, bro. He was housing authority Sergio, bro. Like
he's not on the level though, bro. That's what y'all forget.
But that's what we saying. He housing authority. We saying that. But he still was in there with a 4-time champ.
Can I tell you something?
And that goes back to my point. Guerrero need to stay where he at. He gonna get fucked up trying to move up one level. I'm telling you.
And that's why I said let's not rush his comeback. He needs another one. I know.
Yeah. Ain't no comeback, Ness. You can't stop Jerry Thomas.
Yo, he the GOAT.
You can't stop Jerry Thomas, nigga. You ain't stopping nobody.
Jerry Thomas the GOAT, man. He was using the drunken style boxing. Look, man, you still got to give him credit, though, right, Mike? Come on, man. Come on. He stood in there with Robert Guerrero, a guy that came out of left field. I ain't know who the hell Jerry Thomas was. And for Robert not to finish him, it was kind of surprising.
First thing I thought about when I heard Jerry Thomas, what the fuck is Tom? What the fuck is Tom at, Jerry? You know what I'm saying? You can't go without your fucking brother.
Jerry, you came through and you stood in there. Fuck it, man. I don't know where you go from this, but Robert, man, he's on his way out in the sense that, if he can't finish guys like this, who is he fighting? I mean, I'm the type of guy that, I'm all for it, fight until you can't fight no more, fight, until you want to leave the sport. Just make sure you don't get in there with no crazy high-level guys that are going to put you in a bad place, you know what I mean? Because you get punched anymore. He's been in over 300 rounds. He has a lot of wear and tear in his body, so I don't know. I don't know how to gauge him off of this fight. I don't know if he took his camp serious for this guy or he was just using him as a touch-up. You just don't know. So,
bro, man, this is some get back, man. Yo, listen, Guerrero's a name. Mike just gave PBC a fight, man. Broner Robert Guerrero. This is what you need. You hit it. This is a business. So if Guerrero want to come back, this is the type of fights he need to see where he's at. And I'm not gonna say that he's not on that level or whatever just because he decided to go rounds. I think Jerry was a weird motherfucker, man.
He was weird.
He was weird, bro. That shit was weird. First of all, he's a white boy with braids. That's weird right there. Right there, that's weird. So, you know what I'm saying?
White boy with braids.
Yeah, and then his style was Latino. He was Argentine for the whole fight, man. The way he had his hands down like that, fighting like Sergio, he was super awkward, bro. And for For Robert, I could see Robert's face, bro. And my man was ducking low. Robert's just like, wait, what the fuck is he doing? Cause Jerry was doing some weird shit in there, man.
Let me tell you something.
It's a Border Wars fight. That was a Border Wars fight.
I just looked at minute 1 left in round 5, bro. My man JL came in with his chin up, like pawing at him, doggy paddling towards Robert Guerrero.
You, it was a funny.
Where you watching that on YouTube?
It's a funny fight, man.
Yeah.
That dude. I don't know where they found him from, but anyway, I wanted to give you out of context. Jerry is from.
How we giving Jerry this much time?
He's from Kansas City, baby. Stand up. Stand the fuck up, Southside Deucey.
Southside. What's
Deucey
Southside?
ain't supporting this nigga, bro.
Southside got sparring in with him to get ready for Lauren.
Hey, he probably no lie, though. He probably no lie.
He said, I'm going to fight a white boy. I need a white boy. I love it. Kansas City breeding them, baby. Stand up.
All right, last on that card, we got Joey Spencer. He stopped Travis Gambardella. I think around 3 or something like that, Joey.
Another good fight, though. I mean, it was one-sided, but damn, man. Joey had them little shades of fucking Canelito in that bitch, right? That double left hook, he was trying hard, though, and one, he almost spun a top on the shit. He missed the left hook. He spun around 360 style, but, I like his body work. Hard. His body work was insane. I don't know if he has power, though.
Me either.
All his shots are hard.
Or this guy Gambardella was very tough to the head because he was knocking him down to the body, but boy, Joy was giving him everything he had to the head and nothing was happening.
Man, listen, he was hitting them with hard shots, and that's how Joey fights. He every shot is got power in it. Jab, straight, hook. I like the way he doubled it up to the body and then came up to the head. That definitely looked good. And he looked real good considering the fact that, his last fight, he looked a little gassed and whatnot.
But you know what? What's the difference? He took some time off. Is it more time in between fights?
Yeah, he trains all year round. He stays in shape.
Joey a good young prospect, man.
This is the same issue. When you have too many fights in 1 year on a certain level, it could be bad for you. You know what I mean? And his last fight, which is 3 months ago, but it was more time than the last fight, right? The last fight was 2 months, and the last one before that was 3 months. So it's just, I think it was too much, and. This 90 days probably served him better. He looked better, but they also dialed it down. They gave him a 4-rounder. They tried to rush him. You seen Fox? Tried to rush him in the post-fight? I mean, the kid's 9-0, and they like, yo, so who you looking at? He's like, whoa, man, we about to get back to 6-rounders, and then next year we'll be definitely at 8-rounders. Like, no rushing, and Joey shouldn't rush. He's 19. He's 19. He only has 9 fights. No need to rush. 154-pound division. He needs to get some good experience in and keep doing what he's doing. But he looked good last night.
Definitely. All right, moving on to the next topic. ESPN
Wait,
Plus.
before we leave, then I just want to say in closing for the card, a lot of times we get maybe myself or some real old dudes like Troy say things like, oh, I missed the top, the Don King era. This is a homage to that. This is or should be a model moving forward for the standard of a pay-per-view. It can get way better than this. But as an overall pay-per-view card, to have Joey Spencer, Robert Guerrero, on the live stream, and then get Josesito versus John Molina, Mario Barrios in a title fight, David Benavidez in a title fight with good opponents, good opposition, and then Shawn Porter and Errol in a unification. This was pay-per-view worthy. If that word still exists in a time where apps cost $20 and $5.99. But that being said, I think this was a worthy card.
I totally agree.
It was fight of the year.
Probably card of the year.
And everything about this this whole card was good, man. I got to see a little bit of everything. A lot of action, man. It was great. It was great.
I would say pay-per-view is not dead, man. There's a way for pay-per-view out there. I paid $79.99 for this fight, and I enjoyed without a problem. I enjoyed all of it. You know what I'm saying? Where I would get DAZN and watch the main event only. You know?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I just want people to use this as the model going forward. This is what a super card or whatever you want to title the Earl or unification, like when it's a big fight. This is how the co-main and all the supporting bouts should look, or better. We want better, but this was good and decent. Moving on to Daniel Dubois, Frank Warren, ESPN Top Rank, BT Sports. Dubois stops another Guyanese, Ebenezer Tetteh, in round 1. I watched this fight so many times, while doing multiple things. And, we all watched Tetteh together and knew he wasn't on this level. So credit to Dubois for jumping on him. Immediately, he rushed across the ring as soon as the bell rang, shot the 1-2. Definitely got Ebenezer's attention. And then handled him, man. Dropped him maybe 2-3 times before they finally stopped it. I know Mike has an issue with the stoppage, but this dude was not on the level. He just was not on the level. There needs to be some sort of policing when matchmaking. Frank Warren should not be allowed to continue to put these, third world country Guyanese people in fights that they know they can't say no to.
Also, hold on. I got a text, man. It's not Guyanese. It's Guyan.
Okay, these Guyan men in fights that they know they can't say no to for financial reasons. If you live in Ghana, I mean, we seen Tetteh's last fight. Let's just be real.
Hold on, man. I just thought about it, man. You put a goddamn Asian name on the African Guyanese.
I swear, I had 2 Guyanese. I'm just saying what I remember as a child. I had 2 Ghanaian friends. I don't want to say Guyanese now because what you're saying, but like I feel like that's what I learned. You know what I mean? Both of them ran track too. Like those was my boy, Royston and Jerry. Like,
it's different countries.
That's how I got introduced to Curry. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know shit about Curry till Royston and Jerry mom used to make that shit after school, bro. Them were my boys. They was fast in the motherfucker too. Wow.
I mean, you can't tell Frank Warren not the. I mean, look, man, the guy needs to be
policed. He needs to be policed. This is not right.
The guy from Ghana needed a check, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Did you see Tetteh's shorts and boots? Come on, man. Like altogether he paid $25 for his ring outfit.
I mean, it's all good, baby. It don't matter about that. Look, it was clearly, out of his league with Danny Dubois. He didn't even get a chance to display any skill. That was it. Daniel ain't let him do nothing. He caught him cold. When you get caught cold too, man, it's more dangerous, man. You get caught later in the rounds, you could recover a little bit better than getting caught in the beginning. In the first round, you get caught cold. It's a bad look, man. You can't really recover as good as you can. We didn't get to see anything from him. I can't even say anything about Ebenezer Tetteh. I don't know if he would have been a challenge or not. Daniel did what he was supposed to do.
He not no challenge, man. Like I don't even know how he fought for a European title from Ghana.
I don't either. All his fights, you look at BoxRec, are Ghana fights. He definitely was getting served up. That was
the only reason he's even like I don't even know if the right word to use is somehow like semi-worthy. But I believe the last time we looked him up, didn't he have a fight with Richard Lardy?
Yep.
So him and Lardy fought, and Lardy is the other dude that fought Dubois. You know what I'm saying? So he actually beat Lardy, I think, right?
Joe Joyce saying, they was pushing Daniel Dubois in front of Joe Joyce in the interview and so much. they just kept asking Joyce, like, yeah, man, so what do you think about Daniel? So what do you think about his power? So what do you think about his presence in the fan?
I don't know if Daniel's ready for Joyce. I really don't think he's ready for Joyce. Daniel isn't as technically straight as a Joyce. Like, yo, Daniel went in there like chin up. Let me just get this dude out of here. I'm throwing, I don't know, man. I don't know. Joyce is long. Joyce is definitely
just a little too early for him. He need to cut a few more fights before
I bet like 1 or 2 fights.
Two fights, and he's in there with a.
I haven't seen anything from Joyce that makes me think he's this ultra dangerous guy with
he's the juggernaut. What are you talking about?
He got a chin though. I can't say that, but I don't think he ever been hit by somebody that hit as hard as Daniel, and vice versa.
Bro, Brian Jennings hit him with everything plus the kitchen sink, man. We crazy.
Yeah, Brian Jennings, he's a small heavyweight.
Yo, so Ebenezer definitely didn't face
Lardy.
Yeah.
Probably
I guess he's just number one.
It really don't matter, my
nigga.
No,
Lardy's number 1 and Ebenezer's number 2. That's what it is. In Ghana, though.
Ebenezer, man, Screws, Tetteh, whatever the fuck his name is, bro. Like, he should go back to Ghana and fight them guys in Ghana. Moving on to Nicola Adams. She get a draw over.
But just for perspective, Lardy is 330 on BoxRec.
Damn.
And Ebenezer Scrooge is 372 on BoxRec.
Damn.
And Dubois is number 28. So again, Frank Warren needs to be policed. This is not the first time that we see this. We just seen I was about to call him Barry Sanders. Billy Joe Saunders. We just see like who he won his, but that's what I'm saying. 2 months from now, are we going to remember Barrios, Haney, Saunders, Dubois' opponents' names, man? How does this help build a person if we can't remember who they fought, even when they look great knocking them out? If I can't remember the guy.
Yeah, sometimes, like we all know, boxing is a business, and it's not about building it. It's about getting that check from the network for a date. And sometimes you can't afford to pay the opponent because you're paying the main event so much. That's why when you look at the Frank Warren card, it's not that strong outside of the main events.
All right, man. Let's rush the last couple of stuff here. We got a lot of little nose and notes.
Archie Sharp, though, man. Archie Sharp, man. Big knockout. He was getting his ass beat the whole fight. Came back and knocked that nigga clean, sparked out D-Clean and Garrity. So Archie Sharp, I don't know where he goes from here, but did get a impressive come from behind knockout.
That's super light, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like 140 maybe.
Yeah, man. I didn't even watch the Nicola Adams draw. Shout out to Naja, who thinks she deserved the loss.
Super feather.
Number 3, Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, 2 official for November 23rd, Las Vegas, MGM Grand.
Now, we knew it was official. All they did was have an official press conference today, Saturday.
Your reaction?
I didn't watch the press conference.
King Kong don't talk too much.
No. And we know Wilder talk a lot, so he said a lot. You know what I'm saying? Talked about the Showtime commentary. Talking about being on Fox, you know what I'm saying? Talking about he don't have anything to prove against Luis Ortiz. Only thing he has to do is confirm what he already knows about himself. He's going to get Ortiz up out of here. So.
Now, how does he not fall into that realm of not taking Luis serious, right? You know what I mean? Like, this fight drug out so much. He's already got the Fury fight lined up. Like, can he fall into the same Anthony Joshua shit where Joshua's thinking about the next fight and can't get up for this fight?
Not when you know you got previous history with a guy who had you hurt. I think because of the first fight, he definitely want to look at Ortiz as being someone light because he was in trouble in that 8th or 9th round, right?
Man, Wilder hit too damn hard, man. He the one, bro. He don't care, man. He gonna knock Ortiz out, man.
Nigga swinging for the fences, bro, too. Like,
yeah, I don't.
Go ahead, I'm sorry, dude.
No, that's all good. I just don't see what Luis Ortiz does different and trying to get to Wilder's chin. You know, Wilder already know he can hurt him. He's just going to be that more confident coming in. And, I mean, look, I still want to see. I still get excited about it. But, man, Wilder's just he's just made me a believer over and over, man. He got that equalizer.
We got 3 rematches this year. First one, David Avanesyan versus Kerman Lejarraga. Knockout, like the first one. Wilder knocked out Ortiz. The first fight, can he do it again? And also, Andy Ruiz, will they play out the same way? I'm interested to see those 3 fights and how they play out, and do they play out the same way like they did the first time. One already has.
Who else was at that card for that press conference?
Oh, Leo Santa Cruz. He fading a dude that I don't know.
Yeah, Miguel Cruz or something like that.
And yeah,
good to see Leo back in there though, man. He's been out of the game.
And smart by PPC, man. You putting a Latino dude from the West Coast over on a Wilder card so you can do big numbers at the MGM Graham. I don't think the MGM Graham holds as much as the T-Mobile. Does it like 13,000 maybe? MGM Graham or a little bit more?
I mean, T-Mobile's a newer.
Yeah. And boy, I read an article about Golden Boy eyeing the new Las Vegas Raiders Stadium for a 2021 fight for Canelo.
The Raiders Stadium.
Yeah, they're building the Raiders are moving
new
to
Las Vegas Stadium.
Yeah, the Raiders are moving to Las Vegas. They're currently building a stadium. So
it's so funny because HBO, I believe, or Showtime did a series with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and his character was trying to bring a football stadium to
HBO.
Raiders.
Yeah, HBO, and they got the premise from the NFL because it was already going on. It's been going on like the past 3 or 4 years now, and the only reason why the Raiders are still in Oakland, they have a lease, and they got to fulfill the lease. But yeah, man, that's gonna be interesting to see how many fights are taken away from the casinos and the fucking T-Mobile Arena because of the big football stadium that's gonna be built. Can certain fighters fill out that arena? So we'll see. The last topic we have: Manny Pacquiao open to the idea of fighting in Dubai versus Amir Khan. Manny Pacquiao met with the Dubai Sports Council.
How the hell Amir keep doing this?
I know, right? He was over there being an ambassador, supporting
this dude really, again, we need police. We need to police these fighters. Khan should not be allowed in a fight with Manny Pacquiao, who is proven to us he is still on the elite level. Okay? Khan has been viciously knocked out throughout his career. Chris Algieri went down 6 times from Manny Pacquiao. Keith Thurman, prime, big, blown up, fat heavyweight, every time he not in fucking ring, went down. We have to protect Khan from himself at some point. You know, we can't keep letting this dude do this just because it's a check involved. Shit is crazy.
I don't think Khan needs any kind of protection. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna get to my point real quick. If they fight over in Dubai, we don't know nothing about the Dubai. We don't know nothing about the Dubai Sports Commission. Could there be drug testing? Could it not? We don't know how these fighters is going to come in. We know that the Ruiz and Joshua fight has Batyr, but that was stipulated by the Ruiz and Joshua team. But this fight, who knows? Both guys may say, fuck it, we don't need Batyr. We're fighting over Dubai. We're getting a big bag. And like Eddie Hearn said, the Joshua fight has opened people's eyes to the options of fighting over in the Middle East.
Yeah, that money.
These site fees. Imagine, nigga, if fucking Joshua and Ruiz got supposedly $80 million, how much would Pacquiao and a dude from the Middle East, his ethnic background is Middle Eastern, Amir Khan, how much would that sell over in that area in Dubai? It'll be a fucking spectacle. I swear it would.
Yeah, well, anywhere Pac-Man goes, he's gonna sell. But yeah, I get the angle, having Khan from that region there and making the fight there. But
what had Khan already been doing? He's already laid the ground.
But how many people want to see this shit?
Does it matter if
It does matter.
Nobody wants to see this shit, bro.
I guarantee you will do a live fight chat on it too.
Of course we will, because we are degenerates of the sport, but it's not because Khan deserves our attention.
Nah, bro. And look,
like you always say, Nez, it ain't about what you deserve. It's about how you can market and brand yourself. We seen Adrian Broner,
but he's not even marketed, man. It's like
he's marketed in that area, dog.
They're just
abusing.
They're abusing his fan base.
In that area, bro, he's marketed to his fan base, just like Adrian Broner has a fan base over here in America that don't give a fuck how many times he loses. He comes back and fights again on pay-per-view, on Showtime. Get Garcia lost, get Pacquiao lost, get Vargas draw. What the fuck has he done?
So listen, where does Mikey go if Pacquiao takes the Khan fight? Danny's fighting Earl. Where does fucking Mikey Garcia go?
The zone.
Man, you crazy.
Bro,
Mikey should fight Victor Ortiz. Nobody want to see that?
Yeah, you know what? I did see Victor Ortiz say he was coming back. That would actually work because Robert Garcia doesn't train Victor Ortiz. Robert Garcia used to train Brandon Rios. There's actually a lot of backstory where Robert kicked out Victor Ortiz, or Brandon kicked out Victor Ortiz, some shit like that, and Victor went on to train with Robert Garcia's brother, Danny Garcia, and so there's that little feud between Brandon and Victor Ortiz. So maybe they can spill it over, and it's like, yeah, Robert does a little segment where he tells everyone, yeah, I know Victor from the amateurs, and they show the pictures of him and Brandon, and you know, Mikey's his brother, and he's going to fight this welterweight that's been in the ring with Mayweather and been in the ring with Marcos Maidana. So I think that's sellable. Fucking casual, hitting it on the money.
I don't know how Victor Ortiz going to fight. Don't he got like a case going on?
Well, yesterday it was said that Victor Ortiz said he's coming back. And you're right, though. You're right. I believe he has a sexual assault case, no?
Yeah. That's going to be hard to market. But one thing that I do think Mikey could do, go after the wounded duck. Yo, Keith, one time, how that hand feeling, baby? Fight me this summer. This is probably the best time you can get Keith Thurman, and you can put that on pay-per-view. Keith Thurman had a hell of a fight with Manny Pacquiao. He lost. Mikey didn't really have a competitive fight with Errol Spence, but it gives Mikey the cachet. If he can go back to pay-per-view and do big numbers with Thurman, then you gotta look at Mikey as being that guy.
Yo, the only reason I don't think that works is I want to believe, don't quote me on this, but I want to believe I heard Mikey in an interview say that he's fighting in December.
Yeah, he probably does need a tune-up. I mean, but that's in lieu of the Pacquiao fight. If he can get the Pacquiao fight, I don't think he'll fight in December. And we're getting close to the end of the year, so if they ain't announced it yet, what they waiting on? Who he gonna fight?
All right, so yeah, man. Moving.
Notes right quick. David Avanesyan got that out the way. I heard Ness talk about Tony Yoka, third round KO of Michael Wazik. Tom Schwartz back, baby. He stops Ilja Mezence in a rematch fight. I don't know what the fuck his name is. Joshua says he's open to the opportunity of facing Tyson Fury one day. Says it'd be a massive UK fight, which I agree. I think even if Tyson loses the fight to Wilder, I think it's still a sellable fight over in the UK. Even if fucking Joshua loses to fucking Ruiz, they still set a fight over in the UK. UK fan support.
Yo, shout out Chad Dawson back. I can't believe he's fighting Dennis Grachev. I'm about to Google this. Make sure this is not cruiserweight Dennis Grachev. That's like, I don't know. Let me just Google this.
Callum Smith versus John Ryder finalized for November 23rd. Devin Haney.
Oh my God, it is him. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Any background you want to give on Dennis Grachev?
I mean, he's he's a guy that's, you know, he's what do you call that? Like a C, maybe C. he's been around. He's been around. He's been in with guys, you know, but he's always lost, you know. He's
And this
always lost.
Chad Dawson's second fight back, so excited to see where he lands in this picture of cruiserweights, maybe moving back down to 175. Who knows? Miguel Berchelt willing to go to 135 for Lomachenko or Tank.
Yo, this is Top Rank, right? Where did you get that from? This is Top Rank just clout chasing. They don't really want Lomachenko. I mean, they don't really want Gervonta. They're using his name. Berchelt is with Top Rank. They trying to fucking make you want to know who Berchelt is based off Gervonta because he has the urban community and the American community, and they're really gonna go Berchelt versus fucking Lomachenko. I seen that and I just was like, yo, this is disgusting. Why do they gotta cheat to build their fight? That's what I'm saying. I get upset with the whole Errol fight, and we gotta talk about Crawford. Like, yo, it's not PBC's job to promote Crawford, just like it's not fucking Gervonta's job to promote Lomachenko. Promote your own fucking fighter. Stop promoting your fighters off the backs of other fighters that y'all not making the fight. Whether you believe Lomachenko will fight Gervonta and Gervonta doesn't want to fight Lomachenko, cool. But stop using Gervonta's fucking name. Shit is disgusting.
It's the media asking these questions. Man, if Errol Spence wins, a lady asked him about Terence Crawford. Therefore, it's going to cause a conversation on Twitter that's going to go out, and it's going to be a Terence Crawford brought up in the Errol Spence and vice versa, man. The fans want to see this fight, but it is what it is. Like, I'm over it.
I want to see how Miguel does against Jason. You know, Jason did fight Loma, so it'll be a good. He what?
He done for.
He done for?
He done for. Miguel gonna fuck him up.
I mean, hey man, he might. He's a strong fighter.
Who's gonna
Jason?
Yeah, don't they fight in October?
Yeah. They fight November.
We're about to see Alacran. We're about to see what he got, Berchelt. I mean, I seen him fight Vargas, Francisco Vargas, and someone else.
I'm gonna tell you like
Miguel Roman.
He fought Miguel Roman, and that's what I'm saying. Check Roman's age, Bobby. Roman's fucking old as fuck, and if he's not old, the rounds box make him old, or the fucking fight. He got like 89 fights, bro.
Yeah, he got 470 rounds, 33.
See what I'm saying? So like, we don't know. Alacran's been looking good because he's been in with Francisco. I'm a fucking robot fighter. Hit me, I hit you, and I can't even talk anymore. And then he fought old man Roman. Like, whatever, bro. Sosa is supposed to be done, but he hungry as fuck. And he on the back, and he on the comeback, and he got a great trainer, and he gets great sparring, you know. But we all know that, he lost to Gamboa, right? But they robbed Gamboa, I think.
Who lost to Gamboa? Jason?
Yeah.
I just got a text that Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia planned for January 25th. Bloody elbow SB Nation, so it looks like it's legitimate. Yeah. And last but not least, Devin Haney.
So what? Wait, January 26th?
25th.
Damn, you think they going to Texas? Where they going, man?
Yeah, well, yeah, they possibly go to Texas because that's like the playoffs, and that week is the week that the NFL will be off right before the Super Bowl at the beginning of February.
Yo, shout out to Porter that said, man, you got in your car and drove to the Cowboys game.
Yeah.
He I was flown this way.
He said, you got in your car, you drove to the stadium. I was like, oh, man, for the game.
And last but not least, man, Devin Haney invaded London, got some sparring in with Ricky Burns, had an open workout, and did a media tour, man. Was on Sky Sports, was on a lot of different platforms. So, big ups to Devin Haney. He got
sparring in with Ricky Burns. You know he recorded that, and he gonna leak that shit.
Think so?
Bruh, his whole thing is sparring. His whole life is how good he's been doing with professionals in sparring. That's what it's all been about. Like, obviously, he was a declared amateur that could have went to the Olympics, decided to go to Mexico, turn pro, because they took the headgear off, and it's like, yo, we going to do our own thing. But that's what he made his bones off, sparring elite level people. He sparred the Ryans, the Teofimos, the Mayweathers, fucking Javantas. Like, he got mad. Porter. He got hella sparring under his belt. And that's where his confidence comes.
What's this Terence Crawford tweeted?
And he don't like, I'm sure he does work sparring, but man, that's a kid that has a lot of fucking, fight sparring in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Doomy, that last time was something that we already covered. He just tweeted out emojis of food, then emoji of the smiley yum face. And, pretty much saying, like, hey, this is easy for me. Earl's food. So, your reaction?
Shit, my reaction, keep talking that shit.
Yeah.
Make your way.
Keep talking in subliminal shit. Man, you guys are fucking weird, bro. We sitting here in a day and age where Porter and Errol just did all they did in the press conference, and you're going to try and give this dude credit for putting a fucking cryptic message with emojis?
Yeah, everybody know what it means.
You know.
Everybody know what that meant, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly why he's in the place that he's in, because he's not creative enough.
Hey, some people just don't.
This is the day and age of social media. He can't take to his Instagram and give us his reaction. Let that shit be epic. Let every YouTuber rip his Instagram audio, video, re-upload it to YouTube. Let it go viral. He can't do that. He gonna put emojis and hope that that's gonna build the Errol Crawford fight, the super fight. We gonna do emojis. We ain't gonna do like Mayweather and Pacquiao where they damn near had to get a gag order. Well, they did. Pacquiao had to get a gag order on Mayweather for fucking trying to defame him. That's how much shit they talk, making us salivate over the fight. Nah, this dude doing cryptic messages and you fucking fangirls over here trying to act like that's the shit. And I ain't talking to y'all hosts. I know his fans out here loving it. I went through all the comments on Twitter. I seen everybody, yo.
Bro, you obsessed with Crawford, bro.
It's crazy.
Yo, it's all about the emojis these days.
It's crazy.
This is obsessed with Crawford, bro.
No, I'm just good at what I do.
He's silently Crawford's biggest promoter.
I'm just good at what I do. I don't let anything slide by.
Yeah, I guess, man.
Yo, the emoji game is strong, B.
Fool, baby.
Bro, look, I knew he was going to tweet. We all know he tweets for his fights. But, again, this is the day and age where you need to promote. You need to promote, It would have been good to give us at least some text. But, whatever. Luckily, us as boxing fans, we're important. We're intelligent enough to decipher his emojis.
It's the new hieroglyphics
of
this day and age.
It's all good. Casual, did the emojis come across your casual feed?
Nah, yeah. No, actually, I didn't go, but it did come across my mind that Terence Crawford usually texts in active with the Twitter fingers when there's fights happening. So, I don't know. I saw something about him keep at weight. That was it today.
But that was Earl.
Oh, that was Earl.
That's the popular feed.
That's the popular feed. Nah, Terence Crawford didn't come across my feed.
Oh, so you ain't see his emoji?
Nah.
His emoji hieroglyphic message to the world?
What was it?
It was found in Egypt at one of the pyramids. It was what was it? A crying out loud Mike, what is it? You got this shit down pat.
Yeah. So
it was a food emoji, the yum smiley face emoji.
So who his food? Who his food? He trying to say?
What do you think, man?
I don't know.
He trying to figure it out. He trying to go.
We don't know because his shit ain't fucking is a hieroglyphic. We don't know.
Kaz, what was the story from last night?
The story from last night on the fight, or what are you talking about?
On the fight, Kaz. The biggest thing that happened last night.
The biggest thing for me, man, was don't get hype early rounds, man.
Bruh, give me the fucking person, Kaz.
Ooh,
Shawn Porter, Errol Spence Jr.
And who was the winner?
Errol Spence Jr.
So if we're in boxing and we're in the same weight division, and I put an emoji of food and yum face.
Yep.
Who am I talking about?
You talking about Errol Spence Jr.
Right there, unified champion. Come on.
Mike just said, "Walk with me."
I walked with you. You held my hand across the street. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem, man. You're my dog.
So I still don't understand, man. Terence Crawford not being active? He was that tuned into the fight? That's a good fight, but does it happen?
Trigger fingers turn to Twitter fingers. Yeah, you getting bodied by a singing nigga. I'm not the type of nigga that'll type of niggas.
Woo.
But at least Drake raps. You feel me? At least he ain't gonna type to you. He ain't gonna do the Twitter, so he gonna spit a whole verse.
And Terence Crawford fights.
Terence giving us hieroglyphics. Luckily, I love my job and I love my audience, and I still got my archaeologists dusting this off with the little brushes, though. We trying to make sure that this means Errol Spence is food. He tastes like food. He smell like food. I can't wait to eat that food. I'm assuming that's what it meant, but we haven't been able to, fact check that just yet.
Yeah, but now Errol Spence gonna be busy with Danny, so Terence just got a tweet after that one again.
No, since we talking food, Errol Spence is busy with a buffet of fighters.
Word.
Terence over there eating emojis.
On fights, I don't know what to call PBC, whether it be like the show, what do we call PBC? You call Top Rank a promotion, Golden Boy a promotion, Showtime Boxing. Is it just PBC Boxing? Well, let's call it that. PBC Boxing.
PBC Boxing, that's what they call it. Premier Boxing Champions.
Word. Well, Premier Boxing Champion shows, hands down, they got the best menu for the audience, for my diet at least. I don't know much about Top Rank no more, man.
Yeah, but Top Rank, give them 3 years. They got a lot of prospects. Lot of prospects.
Well, they rebuilding then. They're rebuilding.
Yeah. I mean, but they're already there. Shakur's about to be title. Oscar Valdez is a champion already in one division. Gilberto Ramirez is a champion in one division. Teofimo about to be a champion or fight for a title. They got a lot of shit. Look, they got the Furies now. Who else they signed with Promise?
Well, Fury is. I mean, I think.
Gable Flores. They got Gable Flores. He's about to be a franchise. They got Ramirez. They got Ramirez, the unified champ. Now they got shit now. They got fighters now. They got a little roster. Philly? My boy from Philly.
White heavyweight. Italian.
Oh no, you talking about the heavyweight? You talking about Sonny Canto?
Yeah, Sonny Canto.
He's a heavyweight. And
they got all kind of.
He's sparring with Tyson Fury on a regular now too. So that's the beauty of Top Rank. Just like PBC, and just like Matchroom, I guess. If Haney's sparring fucking Ricky Burns, that means Eddie Hearn set that up.
They loaded over there at Top Rank, man.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't say loaded, but
they got a lot of guys.
They could be loaded. They could be loaded, but they're not entertaining. PBC
scattered,
is entertaining.
Like PBC, like they got divisions. Like with Top Rank, you got good talent, but it's kind of scattered.
What I mean about entertaining is like, you just guys mentioned Manny Pacquiao versus the possibility of Amir Khan. That's all business. It ain't for the fans. You know what I'm saying? It's for the money, and they gonna bite. They throwing it out there. PBC, Danny Garcia fought Shawn Porter. Thurman fought Manny Pacquiao. Now Shawn Porter fought Errol Spence, and an explosive card that introduced us to the Benavidez. And when I say us, I'm speaking about the casuals. You know what I'm saying? That Benavidez now, who do we match him up? We thought immediately. Me personally, I was like, oh shit, he could fight Canelo. You know what I mean? I might be wrong, but he can, right? Nah, nobody agree?
I mean,
he could definitely fight Canelo if Canelo gives him that possibility and option.
Obviously he got to do more. I'm not saying his next fight, but I'm saying his name is now out there.
Yeah. It's got to get way more out there though, because and again, I'm gonna just double back and say what I already said. I love that he said it. My first title was a vacant title shot. This is a real title shot. So this is the first name on his resume. Porky Medina is not even like, he's like maybe C, because I think he knocked out J. Leon Love, maybe.
What I can say is the fact that when I see him walk to the ring, the crowd go crazy. He got a lot of fan support out there, man.
Who you talking about?
Bandera Roja.
Bandera Roja. Look,
he's just gonna
he
go
brought
get
him out
bigger.
for the Mikey fight. Remember when they fought in Texas?
They went ham when he came out.
Yeah.
So they know. I mean, like they know like what they're doing, and he's gonna be bigger as long as he keep winning.
Point
Especially
is that,
if he gets unified.
But he's got to be the bad guy, Mike. He got to be the bad guy to get the
what
Canelo
his name
fight.
again? What his
boxing
name
is
again?
all bad guys.
What that mean?
Red flag.
Bandana.
Red flag.
Oh, I thought that
Red
like
flag. He might be blood.
Nah,
I'm saying.
The bandana and bandera is the same thing.
It is the same thing.
Flag is not bandera.
What is flag?
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
You are wrong.
Bandera,
but it's all good. Maybe
Que
I'm
bonita
wrong.
bandera. Que bonita bandera.
Yeah, you right, Cash. Cash, go. Cash, you official.
But
welcome to the Spanish class with TBV, baby.
But in that's defense, in the street, a bandera is a flag.
A bandera in the street is your it's your flag, nigga. It's
your flag. Also, your flag is your bandana in English language.
No, yeah. In the hood, your flag is your bandana, and in I guess it's all the same. Listen, he coming out with a red bandana, that's for sure.
And my dude got the look, man. Cocaine cowboy look, the Cuban links, shirt open, curly hair at the press conference, nigga Versace all on his shit.
Oh yeah, he got the look. He got the look
down pack, baby.
He got the gangster look too, like that Latino gangster mobster,
corner
on a speedboat look, you know.
Oh, he transport.
I'm talking about.
Oh, he moving that weight.
He got the button shirt open, wind blowing look. I'm telling you, like
but my point was that Top Rank, man, their fights don't be energetic like that. Ringside, all these fights, they always only have Shakur Stevens and Terence Crawford. You know, PBC boxing had all the welterweights. And Broner, including Broner, you know, they have Broner.
That's
everybody.
Because PBC got more recognizable fighters right now, but Top Rank don't do that.
That's
you
the
talking
point.
about people in the audience? You talking about people in the audience?
Yeah, the fighters, they're getting promoted properly. They're recognizable. You know, they're celebrated. Where Top Rank fighters ain't celebrated, man. They doing walkthroughs and they're still in the hood, in the little ass house, and then you know PBC they going by a Porsche. You know, they showing houses.
Bruh, Earl whipped up in a Ferrari to the fucking...
Yo, Earl's watch was the price of like
Did you see the watch Yellow D gave him?
Bruh, the watch. What about the $400,000 chain, man? That's what I'm saying. Like, you got guys like Brandon that they so far up Crawford, but that they like, oh, these mythical checks. Meanwhile, these dudes walking around here with mansions. They driving mansions. They risk got mansions. Yo, Mike just said Javante look like dog chain. Yeah, but they 3-4 houses on his neck. But they mythical checks though. They mythical checks though. All right.
Nah, they got an audience, man. They make them PBC.
It's fake money. They ducking all the real fighters.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what it is. Al Heyman, how he's so smart. Al Heyman applied music like what Rock Nation did for the artists. PBC
for the boxers.
Did for boxers. Al Heyman did for boxers. He made shows. You know what I'm saying? They call them shit shows. Yep. And these fighters get whatever long money, retirement money. Like they got financial plans with them checks that come. Look, this gonna be your check and this is your future. Why you think Danny Garcia stepped in there? All humble.
Man, Danny got a weed business. Nigga. Danny ain't struggling for no money, bro.
Nah, we ain't talking about struggling. The bigger you get,
I'm just saying like that's one of the examples that Al Heyman probably helped Danny with along the way get that medical marijuana business.
Yo, and
bruh,
you know,
damn, if Danny did that, that's not forever business. That's like selling milk these days, man. Everybody need milk just like everybody need marijuana, champ.
Especially when
marijuana's like China law.
I know we're gonna do Untitled tomorrow, but I am not liking how the news trying to now you know, we're gonna save it for Untitled. Catch us on Untitled, but we gotta talk about this vaping shit going on. You seen that shit?
Oh man, vaping bad for you, bro.
Yeah, but they trying to like They trying to
make it a THC thing.
Exactly. Now they trying to make it a THC thing. Not that they saying, because they don't want to say that. They don't want to say, yo, THC is causing it. They just saying that more accounts are showing up with people who were vaping with THC.
Because they added all them chemical flavors and shit in
No,
it, man.
it's obvious, dude. Ain't nobody out here vaping cigarettes. Niggas is vaping. We vaping.
Nah, they vaping. They also vape a lot of tobacco vape.
Nicotine.
It's a huge problem, and it's been a problem, man.
It ain't tobacco.
But they trying to single out the THC occurrence.
We can't give them this on this, man. Untitled tomorrow. If you don't know what Untitled is,
but just to be clear,
on Patreon / the Boxing Voice, and you can sign up for as little as $3 a month.
Stay away from them vape cartridges that look like they're about to fall apart.
Man, stay away from vaping. Period, man.
Period.
Flower is power, man.
Flower's power. I'll unzip right now. I'm in my girl house, by the way, so I was a little quiet, but she just left with her friend, and we good right now. They're about to get me some.
You allowed to talk now. Now you can yell.
Nah, I didn't want to be a little too loud. I was kind of being shy. You know what I'm saying? Her friend was here and she all pretty. I was like, I ain't trying to be all loud.
Yo, real quick, right?
Been all in your element. Like, yeah, right now, I'm you know what I'm saying? Got millions of people be watching me. I'm that dude. I'm casual.
I should have been that.
Yo, real quick, we could probably get Benavidez on the show one of these days and ask him about the red flag.
Champ, don't ever let nobody turn off your light. Shawn, casual Shawn.
Thank you for that, Ness. I like that.
On
yeah, because I was reading something up on the red flag thing, and according to some of the colored flag systems in Mexico for the beaches, it signifies the strength of the riptides. For the beachgoers, the red flag is the worst of them. The red flag is the worst of them.
Makes sense now.
And people are highly advised not to even go near that water.
That's like that out here too. Red flag means stay out the water. There ain't no lifeguard to save you.
So when you see that bandera roja, get the frick out the way.
Yeah, get the fuck out the way. You got a riptide coming.
Stay ringside. That means stay ringside. Don't go in the ring.
Let me get to these callers, man. Let's open up this thing and get it going. We super duper.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
I need everybody who's listening right now, take a second out and go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Helps with the visibility of the show. And remember, man, it's the holiday season. So if you're doing any kind of holiday shopping, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, go over to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors and click on that Amazon link. Bookmark that link, save that link, and do all your holiday shopping that you do on Amazon through that link. It costs you nothing extra, but we get a little kickback every time you use our Amazon link. So thank you.
Yeah.
So, Caleb Plant posted easy work, and he's showing highlights of his fight with Uzcategui. I wish he would have put a little mixture of that and then, ended it with a face of Benavidez. But we know Plant going to give us what we want. That's going to be a press conference. Believe me when I tell you. Plant versus David Benavidez is going down. Even the father of Benavidez is going to get vocal on that one. I don't know what happened. I don't know the backstory. I'll probably get educated as that fight builds. But I'm pretty sure something happened that we don't know about or that some of us know, Yeah. So let's go out to these callers. We got Bo and Bam on the ringer status. What it do?
Subscribe to.
Yeah, you got me first in line tonight, ain't it? What's good, fellas? Shout out Tabo, Riddick, Bo Mack, and Bo Jackson, man. I'm going to start off slow, speed it up, but what we got? Fabian Maidana. I seen him on the undercard. That looked really good. It's like Marcos Maidana's little brother. He looked real good. I wasn't expecting to see that. On to the Mario Barrios. I think, he pretty much got his ass beat, man, but he fought like a warrior. Got the knockdown late. That was really good to see. The guy was 7-0, though. He looked like more of a letdown than anything, Mario Barrios, that is. I called Benavidez by beat down. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could get some hand claps or something. We eat the crow when we lose, but you know what I'm saying? I need something for when I win. I need a hand clap or something, man. Shout out to Jack Reese for letting Shawn Porter and Errol Spence do their thing. As soon as the fight started and they started throwing hands with each other, Jack Reese didn't break it up. Errol was throwing low blows. Everybody, they were just getting dirty early. Shout out to Jack Reese for letting that slide, man, because it made for a great fight.
Hey,
It set the tone early,
Ness.
and from bell to bell, it was great.
So you like the fact that
What you
Reese
got,
let them
bro?
nut shots go, huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry to like interrupt, but this nigga picked Molina. Play that crow.
No, whoa. You
Whoa.
said who you got.
Whoa.
I said I don't like to pick fights like this, but I hope Molina beat the shit out of Josesito because everybody's trying to give Josesito more praise than he do for
And I
going
took
to
that
12
as
with
nigga.
Keith Thurman.
You ride with him. You say you hope he win.
So that crow right there is for you taking it the wrong way. Can I get my hand claps for Benavidez and Spence and yeah, I'll take that too. Yeah, come on with it.
When that start?
Let me get some fucking hand claps. I need some cha-ching money in the bank or something.
Yo, I got some too.
Appreciate
I just
that.
gotta find it. I got some.
I got some for you, big dog.
Here we go.
He taking forever.
Yeah. Anyway, I'd rather see Crawford Porter than Spence Garcia.
Yo, he gave you solids. That's fucked up, Mike.
Crickets, right? Crickets.
He gave you the forest that night.
I'd rather see Porter Crawford than Garcia Spence any day. Porter Crawford, that'll be a good measuring stick right there for who will win the Spence Crawford fight. Heard a lot of people transferring to Crawford side today at work as well. And shout out to Floyd Mayweather, man. I never seen him in a fight that close. Even the Luis Castillo fight, I watched it over like maybe 2 weeks ago. Even that fight wasn't this close. So it was close, man. Shout out to Floyd. He definitely showed why he is the person he is. 50-0, GOAT. And yeah, shout out Roger Mayweather. I'm out.
All right. Yo, I do got like an applause somewhere. I don't know where that shit at, man. I never liked it though, to be honest with you.
Man, why we giving
I gave him the real clap.
Hey, so you got something right.
You supposed to celebrate. He right. You supposed to, you call in when you lose and you frustrated, but you call in to celebrate too. Come on, man. Who this on Skype? Y'all letting live like that? B. Paulie, why you slipping, man? Paulie, I already found them and annihilated it, Mike. You too late. We going out to Jason on the boomerang. Nope, that's not Jason. That's
we got Stainless. We got Stainless on this bitch.
Stainless on the boomerang is who we going to.
Straight to the point for those with attention deficit. I'm so repetitive, so I gotta repeat. Stainless from the streets to the deep. I'm coming with that heat. All you need to know about me, I'm coming with that heat.
He might be just working.
Yeah, work. He just listening right now.
All right, Troy, Boomerang, talk to me.
What up, Troy?
Yes, sir. Oh, man. You know what? Great fight. Spence had his great fight with Porter. Now he needs to have his legacy fight with Crawford. Pacquiao was a money fight, but it's not his legacy fight. Crawford is. And if he stays true to his word, like he said, he wants to be the only champion in 147, Crawford has a belt. So go take that belt. After that, you go see Pacquiao, and you could have your passing of the torch and finish collecting the belts, and you would have established a powerful legacy at 148, all your own, Hopefully it goes that way, but don't know.
I don't think it's going to go that way because the window is so short for Crawford to agree to the terms that they're going to move on because Crawford has a December fight, so that's asking Crawford to get out out of his fight and negotiate, which would then push Earl's fight back. So they're not going to stay in negotiations long, so they're going to force an answer from Crawford immediately so that if he says yes or no, they can go right with Danny in January. So it's going to take a lot from Crawford, and I don't think he's ready to make those sacrifices right now because he doesn't consider himself such a B-side.
Oh yeah, and you owe me a hand clap because I was going with Porter. I said that he would push Spence. He would ask Spence a
So
lot
you
of
want a
questions.
moral victory hand clap? I mean, these guys.
Nah,
Dog, you call
I
into
don't
the
want a
show
moral
to pick.
victory hand clap.
No. You gotta pick the fight. You can't pick.
I did.
You can't pick that Porter's gonna trouble Earl. You have to pick the winner.
He didn't trouble him. He made him great. Him and Spence made each other great last night. He didn't trouble him. But hopefully, man, Porter, I love watching him fight to a point, but he doesn't have a rhythm. There's an old fighter named Frankie Warren. He fought Buddy McGirt. They have a similar style. The only difference is Frank Warren was 5'3", but he was a monster. You would think he was 6 foot tall. All the hurt he put on the fight as he fought. That's the type of. He was much cleaner than Porter. Honestly, if you watch Frankie Warren fight, you'll see a much cleaner version of Porter.
90 seconds.
Yeah. I didn't hear you.
I didn't say anything. That's your time.
Okay.
Thank you for calling in. We going to Boomerang.
Mr. PBC, baby. BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit out. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
60 seconds.
PBC, baby.
Good. What's good, Mike, Nash, Doomy, everybody?
What up? What up?
Man, PBC really put it on, man, yesterday, man. I never really been on the edge of my seat, since Deontay fought Luis Ortiz. I have to give my hand clap to, Shawn Porter. He came through. He showed a different type of Shawn Porter, something that we all needed, because I got tired of hearing about the old shit. And I have to compare Shawn Porter to Pascal. That type of style, they're like brothers, They similar each other 100%. It's like that dude's his dad, his real dad. And I would love to see Crawford really step his game up against Shawn Porter or Mikey, because now Mikey's obviously not fighting Manny Pacquiao. He's fighting, Manny Pacquiao's fighting Amir Khan. So I would love to see what Crawford can do, with someone wild like Shawn Porter. Because if Shawn Porter beats motherfucking Terence Crawford, shit, that's another fucking fight Spence got to fight. Spence got to come right back down to Shawn Porter and beat his ass. And what's up with motherfucking Luis Ortiz haircut, man? What was that? Is he trying to,
What's that,
bring
mohawk,
back a
right?
style?
Was that a mohawk?
That was like a top fade or some shit. And Deontay got the same shit.
I think it was like a hot
I'm
top
like,
mohawk fade or some shit. And Deontay had the same thing going on.
Like they blood brothers or something. Like them niggas went to the same barber or something. I don't know what the hell But yeah, man. Mike, you need to talk about the subject, man. Crawford versus Porter or Mikey. I mean, that's your dude, man. I feel like you need to talk about that, and you're always shy about shit when it comes to other people fighting motherfucking Crawford. That's my call.
Yo, he funny as hell. I ain't gonna say you always shy about that subject. Let me see. We got.
Let me see on the tip. My bad, man. I had this list open.
Okay, we got no boomerangs there, so we got Zorro in Georgia. Talk to me.
Yo.
What up, champ?
Yo. Yeah, I got all my picks right, but I hear everybody saying that Spence should have crushed out Porter. To me, I just think that all the welterweights are like on the same level. That's why you don't see anybody getting smashed out. Thurman's a good fighter. Spence is a good fighter. Porter's a good fighter. He's like that, like right there on the line of hopefully one day he'll get a good win. But all of the welterweights, Danny, even throwing Crawford in there, they all like right there, and we in this position to see good fights once they all get made, and we don't have to watch one person just dominate the whole division. Because I don't think Spence is just going to dominate the whole division. They're just going to see how he does as a champion by beating guys, or maybe even taking an L one of these days. But he'll have to find ways to beat guys. And the way he fought Porter, and he got in there and got rough and gritty with him, I had to give him kudos on that. I knew it was going to be a real tough fight for him. Everybody who talking about he was just going to go in there and dominate Porter, nobody has just dominated Porter. The only fight I think that Porter got dominated is when he got held a lot by Brooks. But nobody just go in there and smash Porter and get him up out of there. So I didn't believe that. All the fights were pretty good. Caleb Plant and Benavidez, I think that's going to be a real good matchup right there. Those guys are going to put on a real good show. What else? If Josesito Lopez, I think him and Broner should go at it.
No, it's not a win for Broner. You got to build Broner back up.
I mean, Broner got to do something. He got to fight somebody. And I don't think he could just jump in there with the guys at 147. I don't even know if he can jump in there with too many of them dudes at that's high level at 140. So
Robert
Guerrero, Josesito Lopez, and he can get. I guess he could get that one if they could sign that. But Broner needs something, so at least we could have somebody talking noise on the sideline. Tank, how big was Tank? Tank looked like he was about 180 sitting in the crowd. His head was swole up.
My man looked like his hat size changed twice.
Yeah, man. Like he was just swole up, man. Like he just ate a whole turkey and just was chilling.
Thanks for calling in, champ. We're going to keep these lines moving.
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the
Mr.
Know,
Info Joe.
presented by my brother.
Hey, tell him the truth, Joe. Tell him the truth. Yo, shout out to the boxing gods. Yo, this was one of the best pay-per-views this year, and my money was well spent. The Staples Center was lit. It was rocking. Yo, drinks was swinging. People was yelling. It was wild, man. Great event, man. It reminded me of the fights at the Barclays Electric, though. Yo, shout out to Spence, the new unified champ. Texas stand up. Shout out to Showtime Shawn Porter. Ohio, stand the fuck up. Props to both fighters. Yo, my opinion, the judges had the fight too wide. I scored the fight even until a knockdown. That's what I believe won Spence the fight. But those who think that Porter won the fight, you have a good argument. It was a very close fight. Hey, both of them, I don't know what you're saying, brother. You're my brother, though, man. But Jack Reese did a horrible job. Too many unanswered low blows to not even get a warning from the ref. And leading up to the fight, Ken and Shawn got a lot of hate, a lot of overboard hate on YouTube. Put some respect on Ken and Shawn's name. And much respect to Spence. He did show that he can go through adversity and win. Much respect to Spence. But that aura of invincibility, as he's the boogeyman, yep, we got to stop it. We got to stop it, fanatics. We got to stop it. Shawn did not put hands on Thurman, you guys, or Danny like he did Spence. Facts. That's facts. He did not put hands. He put hands on Spence like I never seen Spence got hands put on him before, though. But stop talking up that man to fight Canelo. Y'all gonna get him beat by puffing him up too much, too fast. He ain't ready for Canelo. And like the caller said before, this is the new era of Wilfred Benitez, Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Hearns, etc., man. At any given night, any one of these dudes at this level can lose. That's my call. Shout out to my man Cali Buzz. It was a cannabis convention going on at the same time at the fight, and it was people leaving out the cannabis convention coming to the Staples Center. And man, there was so much weed in the Staples Center. Man, it was lovely. Shout out to the Staples Center, though. But
good.
I
hey
mean,
man,
that's
I
like,
hate I didn't
nigga,
go,
that's perfect,
man.
bro. Boxing and weed in the same area? Come on.
Man, next door at the convention center, you can walk out a few steps and be in the Staples Center, man. Yes, that was epic.
Joe, man, thanks for calling in. As always, it's never a show without info. Joe, let me make sure I got no boomerangs here. Mike, who's Dallas Cowboys again?
870. We got to beat Paulie. I need a ringer.
We got Ohio runs boxing. Nah.
What up, Ohio?
What's up, y'all?
What
So
up,
you the man, man.
What a night.
These memes got me dying.
What a night. What a night. Listen here, man. Earl edged the fight, man. Let's just he edged the fight. I'm not gonna be the one to say, oh, he pushed it, and I got caught up in my emotions a little bit. But Earl, he pushed the fight, he edged it. But I still don't believe Shawn would have won the fight, even if he didn't get knocked down. I personally don't believe that. I think it's money involved, and that's just the name of the game. But that's what happens in the boxing game, man. But the punch that Shawn got hit with was beautiful. It was a beautiful shot. And I just find it funny that was Broner, who's the smaller man, put Shawn on his ass. I was at the movies when I watched this fight. And, Earl, this big welterweight, hitting, and all he did was touch the glove on the canvas. And it was so funny because at the movies, there was a lot of Earl fans and a little bit of Ohio fans, down here watching it. But it was a lot of Earl fans down here that support Earl. And it was so crazy because the people who don't know boxing or like that, they was dumbfounded. They was like, how is that a knockdown? He didn't hit the ground. They was so upset that they didn't understand it. And that's the difference between Broner's knockdown and Errol Spence knockdown. His knockdown was more like Mayweather and Jab Judah that never got called. So it was a good shot, but this boogeyman that they, made Errol Spence to be, that's his fans' fault. That's a lot of people. They built this guy up. Now we know he's got good punching power, but he's not this monster. He's Triple G now.
You must not seen the replay. Now. That punch was powerful. That shit looked right on the button.
Look at this. All I'm saying, no, I understand that, but look what you. I just said I had to explain to people the difference between. Look, if Broner hitting and he went down, I don't have to explain that from a casual fan. You see what I'm saying? They be like, oh shit, he went down. But when the person see a glove just hit the man, and then he come back up and say, oh, let's go, and Shawn come right back towards him, goes right back in front of him and start banging at him. It was just crazy. But the low blows was crazy too. I seen Shawn's ball hit the floor. His balls was on the floor, and Kenny had to grab him with a napkin. Did you see his balls hit the floor?
I ain't see that. You saw that, do me? I didn't see that.
Kenny got the napkin and shit saved his neck. That shit hit the ground, man. It was crazy. He was hitting him to the body, and it didn't hurt Shawn. I got tired of these motherfuckers. Y'all, the Earl fans boosted this shit up. The Earl fans disrespected him. Y'all the one made it, oh, he ain't got this, he ain't got that. And I'm like, all right, Shawn bringing that style, but
so you don't like Earl or what? Like you an Earl fan or not?
No. I like Earl. He's good for boxing. Absolutely, he's good.
All right then. He's good for boxing. Errol Spence Jr. versus Danny Garcia coming up. I don't know if it's official or not, but we got a fight.
All right, we're going out to Majid, Florida. Talk to me.
What up, Majid?
Hey, man. What up, y'all? Shit, last night I was watching the fight at a bar in Ohio, and I was going for Spence, so a lot of people ain't like me or whatever, but I felt like Shawn Porter put some good work in and made Errol Spence work. He did better than what I thought he was. But I still had Spence winning. I ain't do no scorecards, nothing like that, but I just thought Spence.
Let me ask you, was it difficult to find a bar in Ohio playing the fight?
Yeah, it was like they don't have no regular ass, like in Florida you could do Buffalo Wild Wings, the Wing House over there. They just had like shit, you just had to call and get lucky, really, you know. And they didn't have a lot of Shawn Porter supporters in the bar or whatever. You know, they talked about Adrian Broner more than Porter. He was fighting that the night, you know, but when he started getting on that ass, shit was changing. He started getting more fans. But, you know, I think that was a good fight, you know. And Benavidez and Dirrell, I felt like from round one, it looked like Dirrell was on some survival type shit, you know, and what happened, you know. And shout out to Benavidez for that fight before it. I missed it because I stepped out to smoke real fast. And the damn Lopez versus the other guy, they fucking they had the bar going too. Yeah, Molina, they had the bar going with those thumpers or whatever. Lopez impressed the fuck out of me, you know, but I think it was a good night of boxing, man, and everybody liked the show. That's all I got.
Damn. Thank you.
Thanks for calling in. We're gonna keep it moving.
Ness, hold on real quick, because I didn't get to say my feelings about Josesito Lopez and Molina. So real quick, I don't see, I mean, that was an entertaining matchup, but I don't see a future for Josesito. I see him falling in the Robert Guerrero category right now, as I don't see a future for Robert Guerrero. You know what I'm saying? Against the welterweights that are out there right now.
I want to see where all this energy's at for all the people that was hating on Tyson Fury and his cut, you know, and how they let him continue. You know, did anybody feel like they should have stopped the Dirrell fight earlier than what was needed?
Nah, they gave chance. They get leadway. That was perfect. There wasn't blood in his eye. But Josesito Lopez, we're like, yo, Josesito Lopez could fight who? To me, he's a gatekeeper right now. He's a good guy to put in front of a prospect, not in front of a champion. I don't know. I wanted to hear what Ness got to say on that, you know, or Doomy or Mikey. Nah, Airways Crickets. Well, okay, next caller.
I know Mikey on this motherfucker, but
nah, you, Mikey Garcia. Why are you acknowledging if I ain't talking to you, bro?
If Mikey,
I'm talking to Mikey Garcia.
Is Mikey on the
I ain't
call?
talking to you, man.
He said I want to hear Nestor, Doomy, and Mikey. Is Mikey on this fucking call? Is he?
Yo, I wasn't talking to you. Why you talking like I'm speaking to you?
My bad, man. I apologize, Jerry.
So anyway, I would like to hear Mike Gross information on it. You know what I'm saying? Since now you won't be involved. Josesito Lopez.
Lopez and Robert Guerrero, bro.
Yeah, that's all I would want to see.
They're on different trajectories, man. Robert is fighting D-level fighters, club fighters. Jerry Thomas, you know what I'm saying? And,
Josesito is invigorated.
Yeah.
Has Josesito fought Adrian Broner yet?
It's not a fight for Adrian Broner, man. You got to build Adrian and Broner back up before he take a
but Adrian Broner last night to me looked like he ain't there no more, man. His, like you said, or somebody said, man, is more your mind ain't in boxing once you retire. I think Adrian Broner mind not in really in boxing. He more in like celebrate, like he more into he got lost in his celebrity. Yeah.
He celebrating that Manny Pacquiao money, you know what I'm saying? And I've read something that he owed some jeweler up in New York some money for some jewelry or something like that. Then I read something else that he got possibly like another case going on. So bro, is always there.
He ain't there. That's why he should fight Josesito Lopez. Yo, where Ness at?
I mean, they're not.
I'm right here.
Yeah, man. So Josesito Lopez, man, against Molina. To me, that was like I could call that fight even before it happened. I was like, yo, that fight is a Josesito Lopez fight. And then now he won. I don't see him against the elite, you know, shining like that.
I mean, he needs to be given that opportunity. He had that good round versus Thurman where everybody, you know, gave him a moral victory, and now he comes back. Round. Now he comes back and he has a clear domination of John Molina, who has given other elite fighters very tough times. So, you know, we got to step him up. Maybe Jamal James, perfect fight for him.
Jamal James, okay, from Minneapolis.
And you got to quit saying one round. He got a split draw, so evidently split decision. evidently the judges felt like he did enough to get one scorecard similar to what Errol got last night.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that was a crazy judge, but
Yeah. Next caller, we got anybody boomerang over on.
Nah, we going out to Juan. Talk to me.
Juan Aspira.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm gonna get straight to it. It's a bit tiresome to talk about Spence and Crawford, but let's compare both of these guys' year for a bit. Great year for Errol Spence, 2 pay-per-views, collected some belts, and he really focused on building his name and his brand, whereas Terence Crawford fought once, Amir Khan, in an anticlimactic fight, and has done nothing ever since. But the most important thing about this is that Terence Crawford is 32 and Errol Spence is 29. Terence Crawford does not have the luxury of time to take it slow and build his name and build the fight up, because by the time the fight is built, Terence Crawford might be 34 years old and Errol Spence is going to still be strong. So I hope he really picks it up like now, because he doesn't have any time to do what Errol Spence is doing on his side. So that's my call. Thanks, guys.
Juan, where you calling from?
Mexico City.
Oh, Mexico.
Yeah, man. Third call, man.
No. I know he calls in. I just wanted to make sure because I hear the accent. But very happy to have you call in and bash Crawford from another country.
Not bashing.
No, I know. I'm just trying to stick the knife in the mic as deep as possible.
Hey, Juan, who do you think win, Errol Spence or Terence Crawford?
But right now, I think Crawford has enough tools, but we haven't seen him against a guy like Shawn Porter, and that's the point.
All that bashing.
It's not bashing, man.
Follow him, Amir Khan.
I think he just wants to put a sense of urgency.
Let the man finish his call. Let the man finish his call, especially when you're insinuating something. Go ahead, Juan.
Let me say this. I'm not bashing. It just hurts me as a boxing fan that a top 3 pound for pound guy only fights 1 time a year against Amir Khan at this stage of Amir Khan's career. I want to see him fighting 3 times a year. It's just me as a boxing fan, not as a critic or anything, because I give Terence Crawford all that he deserves. I just want to see him more often as a boxing fan. That's my point.
Good point.
That's it, man. And I think that's a genuine point. That's all our point. I think that obviously I'm a lot more animated in saying that, and a lot more critical in saying that, but I love that someone from somewhere else has the same feelings, and I hope they echo in the Crawford camp.
I mean,
Thank you, Juan.
He definitely.
Today is his birthday, so happy birthday, Terence Crawford.
Who? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the hieroglyphics then. He about to eat.
Yo, shout out to T-Bud. Shout out to T-Bud.
Yo, so
he about to eat some cake.
He ain't even talking about Earl. He talking about the cake, man. Damn.
Y'all playing, man. Y'all playing.
Yo, Sapo Verde to you.
Damn, he about to eat cake for his birthday. Yo, shout out to Cash, man. You broke that hieroglyphic.
Cake emojis, bro. Why
He said it was food.
Yo, yeah, because he ain't just eating cake, man. He eating food at the birthday party too, man.
Hey, what's that? What's that? Yams and shit?
Yo, in about an hour and 40 minutes is my birthday too.
Yeah.
Oh, where you a Libra?
Yeah, man. We Libras out here.
I got the Apple notification like, yo, Alexander's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. Happy birthday, man.
I appreciate y'all, fellas.
My birthday's next Friday. I'll be in Jamaica.
Let me go out to Ohio. J Will, what up?
Killer?
Yeah, I mean no more flaggable audios.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, bro? Great fight last night, man. Of course, I had a flawless card, but last night's card was kind of easy to pick, so I'm not gonna really brag on having a flawless card, but I gotta mention it though. I'm gonna get straight to the point with the whole Errol Spence Shawn Porter fight. Of course, I have my boy winning now. Ness, I don't know if you can remember back when Danny was your number one guy before Deontay, before Keith. It was Danny for you. And back then, I was saying that Errol
Hey,
was stopped.
don't say it like I'm a flip flopper. Remember, Danny, his career started before Deontay, before Keith. He was established. So when I watched him get those titles and be unified. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa! Mighty defensive, my guy. I'm
I
not saying
got
you
to
flip
be.
flop.
Because I don't want people thinking I'm on some bandwagon. I'm still a Danny fan, just like I'm still a Thurman fan, just like I'm a simultaneous Wilder fan.
Okay, respect. But
Same.
just wanted to recall your memory back. You know, when my guy Errol was just beating Van Heerden, I was saying that he could stop Danny back then.
Man,
You know,
your boy ain't stopping nobody, man.
hold on, let me work. Let me work, man. Let me work. All right. So after this fight, you know, Errol's my guy. I've been saying Errol's my guy since back then. Now after this fight, being honest, you know, being just a pure boxing, you know, fan, his speed it's not the best. I think that's one thing that Danny sees, and that's why I said on the prediction show on Thursday that I foresee that he was going to look human, and that Manny will take the fight, and Manny will beat him. I can see Manny beating him just because of the hand speed alone. He's there to be countered because he takes them half steps back, but with Manny and sometimes with Danny taking them half steps back, you're not out of their range. They'll step in with a counter. So their counter game is world class, and Errol's there to be countered. So, and another thing that kind of stood out to me was when at the post conference he mentioned that Shawn had surprising punching power. I think we all we can all honestly say that Shawn's never been known to be a particular strong puncher. So when Shawn's rocking you, and Keith Thurman even said Danny's a much stronger puncher than Shawn. I think Errol's going to start having problems, even though that's my guy. And like I said, I think Manny edges him out. That's my call.
Jay Will, thanks for calling in. We going out to Amin in New Jersey. Talk to me.
What about me?
Hey,
My boy Amin, damn.
I mean, I'm not disrespecting your intros, just no more flaggable intros, man. Copyright YouTube been killing us with these musics.
Nah, man, I can dig it, man. And listen, man, shout out to Mike, shout out to Doomy. What's good, fellas? Shout out to you, Ness.
Shout out to you, my bro.
Welcome back, champ. It's been a while for you.
Yeah, man, I've been fucking grustling on the pavement, man, and you know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like Josesito Lopez, man. I'm feeling like I've been in a couple fights, but you know what I'm saying? Like I need to get back in there. You know what I mean? Got banged up by Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Been in there with Thurman, but what about that Josesito and Bud? Is that disrespectful? That sounds like a good fight.
I mean, look, it sounds like a good fight. It might even make for a good fight, but we know who the winner's supposed to be. I just want to see Bud in there with someone that it ain't so foregone conclusion like Porter. Like Porter was that measuring stick for Earl. We need that.
Yeah. Ness, that's a good ass fight for Josesito and Crawford and a crossover because who's Josesito signed to?
I mean, it is a crossover. You right about that. It's Top Rank versus Fox and PBC. But, dog, Josesito's biggest win is what? John Molina, maybe? Who's his biggest win? Like Victor Ortiz?
You gave him the cachet, though.
Hey,
you gave him the cachet.
But look, on this note, because I got to reconsider. I'm going to use the rest of my time to say this. There's been many times to Kenny Porter, shout out to Shawn Porter, shout out to all the Porter fights. I've been to at least 3 Porter fights live. I never disrespected the man as a fighter, never disrespected his heart. I disrespected his style. I got to change that up. Shawn Porter, you doing a list of this is our 4. This is our Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, Duran, right? And that's why we keep begging for Bud to get in this mix. And that's, I feel you. Why not fight one of these guys with these names so we can say, even if Danny lost to Thurman, even if Danny lost to Porter, you got to lose to Danny to say you ain't shit. Bud got to get in there, and if he going to win or lose to Porter, them losses ain't. Look at what Thurman did with Pacquiao. Losing to Pacquiao don't make you a loser. You lost because you fighting the best. So I'm with you on that one. When I think about the Lopez Crawford fight, I guess I'm still thinking backwards of where we don't need to be as fans, because I'm thinking like, give him another fight. Give him that fight. So you're right. Give him Danny. Give him Pacquiao. Fuck it. Give him Mikey Garcia. Give him somebody. Give him somebody that's fought Spence. Whatever.
Thanks for calling in. We going to boo. P-Money. Talk to me.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What up?
John. I'm honestly sad that the Pacquiao fight's it's not looking good, because I know I was saying Pacquiao's next, and I kind of got myself hyped up for winner of this fight gets Pacquiao, but I don't know, man. I didn't feel like Spence would be an unwinnable fight for Pacquiao. I feel like a lot of people are saying, and I used to say it like, oh, Pacquiao doesn't need that. Like, Errol's gonna kill him, whatever. He doesn't need that damage. But when you look at, like, that's disrespecting Pacquiao as a fighter, to be honest. And everything that he's done, he just beat Thurman, undefeated champion. I mean, I feel like it's disrespectful to just say Errol would just run right through him. So, I don't know. I might just hype myself to that fight, but I'm a little bit disappointed.
All right, P. Well, thanks for calling in. We got B. Paulie. Talk to me.
What up, B. Paulie?
Yeah, I came in ready this time. What's good with y'all, man? What up, Doomy, Ness, Mike, Cash?
What up?
Good, man.
You the man.
It was a night of champs last night, man. It was a good card. It was a great card, man. From the undercards, the little free shits on YouTube, all the way. You know what I mean? It was a good night, bro. My man Joey Spencer was in there putting in work. That's the homie from around the way. But, man, I don't know. I felt a certain way about when I seen Danny, man. I was like, what the hell is Danny Garcia doing right here, man? I thought Bud Crawford was gonna be there. Like, the lady was like, this guy to my right, and then the camera panned over to the left. I'm like, Danny, I'm expecting to see a dark-skinned, skinny nigga smiling though, like with the Terence Crawford bright-ass teeth and shit. He go Danny Garcia. Now, I ain't gonna lie though, I felt a certain way, like, man, what the fuck he do to get a fight, another title fight? But then I started thinking, he didn't lose to Shawn Porter horribly. He never got knocked out, and he knocked out Granados. You know, he ain't big, but still, it was an impressive knockout. So I don't think it's far-fetched for Danny to have a chance to get a shot at these titles. It's kind of weird because it's 2 titles, but I don't think that's a bad fight to come next. Danny Garcia got cachet.
I mean, at least Danny knocking out little dudes like Brandon Rios and Adrian Granados moving up, unlike other people.
Exactly. But I heard a lot of y'all talk a lot about what's next for Earl and whatnot. But what's next for Porter, man? I think that rematch gotta come, especially after that press conference, man. It started off cool, but man, it got turned up, boy. It got so turned up. Even on Fox, PBC, YouTube, they chopped off the end of it where it got turned up, man.
Yeah.
What y'all think? What y'all think next for Porter?
Yeah, I saw Derek James even getting real angry, pointing at the crowd towards the end when they cut it off.
It looked like it might have been a little rumble, but what y'all think next for Porter though? Who y'all think he should fight next?
I mean, he could probably wait for the Keith rematch. You know?
Keith?
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It's like everybody's calling in. They're saying this is our Hagler Hearns. Well, those guys fought each other 2 and 3 times, I believe.
2 or 3 times. Yeah. But who else? Who else besides Keith?
Yeah,
who he ain't fought?
Porter might get a light touch, man. He might. You know what I'm saying?
He deserves a light touch. Mike, you sound very low and muffled. I mean, maybe Josesito Lopez. You're right.
That might be a good one.
Maybe Josesito Lopez and Porter could get it in. Maybe Porter Garcia, Mikey Garcia.
That might be a good fight.
That would be a great win for Porter because I don't think Mikey can handle that shit. He don't want none of Porter. He don't want none of Porter.
That's a pay-per-view right there.
Damn, who got the fire in the cam?
Yo, Stone Bone Boxing, shout out to you.
Well, let's go to Stone
I'm
Bone.
lighting up right now. You showing that?
Yeah, I got the Candy Kush on the lit tip. Talk to me, Stone Bone. It's on you. It's on you.
Oh, hold up. He got the store.
Oh, he in the store?
Champ.
Stone Bone, you muted, champ.
You muted, Stone Bone.
Ain't no talking.
Unmute.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Stone Bone, where you at, man? You at the Garden?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Stone Bone. You at the Garden?
He said, I ain't from Jersey, but I'm at the Garden.
Yo, I know Mikey ain't taking that Porter fight. We need to start doing shows on that shit. See if Mikey.
That's too much. That's too much energy. Porter keeps that same energy.
Bro, nobody wants the Porter fight, bro.
That's too high risk.
And by the way, Doomy, the Garden is in New York.
No, bro. We known as the Garden State, Mikey.
Gotcha.
Why you calling him Mikey, man? Come on.
Cause I'm messing with him, man.
I'm in that real garden, though, man. You got to come to a real urban farming. You know what I mean? that real urban farming.
Man.
Hey, but
where you at?
I'm in Colorado now. Colorado Springs.
Oh, that's easy work then.
Yeah, I got a couple of interviews lined up. I'm gonna interview Jamel and Scylla sometime. They coming out here tomorrow, so I'm supposed to link up with them sometime during this camp. So I'm gonna try to interview them and shoot the footage to y'all somehow, man. I don't got nowhere to put it up on, but hey, that was a great fight, man. We watched it. Only thing that I'm not like when you win a fight like that, I ain't the guy to stand back and try to criticize you. But like I was with Errol fans, like they were like, oh man, why isn't he throwing an uppercut? Shawn is leaning down. Why isn't he throwing an uppercut? Like he needs to work on punch variety. He threw 1 through 4. Yeah, I mean that's Errol Arsenal 1 through 4. He gotta at least go to 5 check hooks. Porter was jumping in with his head. All he had to do was take a step back and throw a check hook, but it wasn't happening. So it's like I believe he could. You know what I mean? He could go to another level, but he just got to do more. And maybe bragging about not doing strength and conditioning ain't the business. You might need that. These are, like you said, Porter was 165 in the amateurs? You know what I mean? His first fight was like 164. So this is a big guy he fighting. This ain't just a little welterweight that's moved up from 140 or something like that. And as far as Crawford being there, it's his birthday. It's his birthday. Yeah, I mean, he on the beach in Hawaii. And I'm gonna try to set that up, man, when I'm out there talking to Jamel and all them when they out here. But as far as Mario Barrios, he was looking like Ruslan, man. He had that swole face. I don't know what he was doing with that dude. That was scary, man. Yeah. He was looking like he might have had some concussions or some brain damage after that.
That was a hematoma.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Barrios' face looked real bad, man. Hopefully he ain't got nothing broke. Riding A70, talk to me. Right.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
What's up, man?
What up,
Mike? I know you've been waiting on me all night, Mike.
You about to talk about Spence? Or you about to talk about Crawford?
I'm afraid to talk about Spence now. Neston called me a fanboy like 3 times in the last 2 days.
Oh, so you saying Mike ain't a Spence fan? I thought he was coming here with some Crawford heat, hieroglyphics.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got some Crawford heat for Mike. But what I'm saying is, Ness been calling me a fanboy the last 3 days. I'm embarrassed. Me and my girl was sitting here listening together on speaker, and he called me a goddamn fanboy. My girl.
Like
what? But nah, man. What I want to call in today. Everybody been hating on Spence and talking about Porter and everybody. I don't give a fuck about that. I talked to my boy this morning. Me and him love boxing, and we was just talking about how it's fun to see these guys fighting each other in their peak. Thurman fighting Danny, Thurman fighting Porter fighting Spence. it's taking it back to the old days when you had the Ray Leonards fighting the Hearns and the Haglers fighting Durans, where these
What
guys
about
fight each
Pacquiao?
other.
Pacquiao ain't in that mix?
No, he a little older, but I'm gonna put these young guys in the mix. I wish Crawford could get in the mix too, because what we're seeing now is another golden age of boxing, which is great. You saw Fury and Wilder fight each other at their peaks. What we saw the previous 10 to 15 years was a guy will wait for another guy to get old, and he's still good, but you got a guy in his peak fighting an older guy. You got a guy in his peak fighting a guy that's not ready yet, and that's what you saw a lot of. So you will see these fighters watch another fighter or this fighter. Whereas today, these motherfuckers going at it, and I was a victim yesterday because I just assumed like, hey, Earl was gonna watch Shawn. But then one thing that I have to remember with sports is what your coaches always tell you. I played for 15 years. Is that when you the best, everybody gonna get up to fight you, and get up to play against you. And these guys are showing you. And if you out there and you hating on this shit and you talking about a knockout or not this, you better enjoy this shit, because we ain't seen this shit in 15 years where these studs are going at it at their peak, at their highest level. They getting in the ring and they going toe to toe. And I hope they get Crawford in the mix, because that'll be beautiful to see. That's my call, man. You guys enjoy your night.
Thank you, man. Rod and A70, thanks for calling in. Listen, you make an excellent point, man. These guys are fighting in their prime, man, and that's something that's special, and that's why I keep saying, man, our generation, man. I'm big
Nats,
on
hold up. He brought up an awesome point that struck something in me. He said the last 15 years, right? Manny Pacquiao was at his last 15 years, our last 15 years.
But that's exactly who he's talking about. Pacquiao,
no, he didn't add him in the mix until I mentioned him.
He did. You just didn't understand. He added him in the mix of the guys that do not fight people in their prime.
But I'm saying he fought Thurman at his prime. I'm saying he was active. He fought Broner at his prime.
Man, Broner wasn't at his prime. Thurman is
that's
the only
Broner's prime. That's why he got the fight with Pacquiao.
Listen.
Yo, Mikey, he fought Mikey Garcia. That was prime fight. We credit Mikey Garcia for fighting Broner. Come on, man. Y'all bugging.
All right,
you bugging. You a hardcore. Look at Mike right there. Mike Gross. Shout out to Mike Gross. All the way from where?
This what happened when Casual has 2 glasses of wine during the show.
Yeah, he had 2 glasses of Moscato, and this is what we get.
Nah, Moscato ain't even red. Like, he having some fucking Carlo Rossi. The cheap shit got him acting up.
You bugging out. You wish. I'm drinking
just saying, listen,
I just
Broner ain't in his prime. Broner ain't in his prime. Listen, Broner ain't in his prime. Thurman wasn't even in his prime, coming off a fucking 2-year layoff and surgery and a tune-up. Come on, bro.
Hold up.
Prime is what you just seen. Prime is Earl and Porter.
You doing something different right now.
How?
That's some different shit you talking about.
How?
I'm talking about best fighting the best. Thurman went to fight Manny Pacquiao way better than probably the last 3 opponents, maybe 5.
He wasn't at his best. How you gonna say he was at his prime?
He lost. That's why you giving him not at his best. That was his best.
Bro, all right.
So if Thurman was to fight Collazo like that.
If Thurman was to fight Collazo, I don't even know what that means. I'm going to James Lee campaign, man. Talk to me.
When he fought Collazo and got like his
Yo.
Go ahead, James.
Man, I thought Casual was finna finish his point. But shit, I go ahead and rock it, man. I'm happy to be rocking with the flagship once again, you know what I'm saying? Benavidez. Goddamn, man, that man a monster for real. But, man, I seen him with that John in the red dread. Woo! Man, I hope he don't fuck around and feel a Vadyr on that blow with his bitch, you know what I'm saying? Mario Barrios, he got work. Big up to Anthony Dirrell. Man, he a dog, man. I hated to see him have to go out like that, but shit, man, I wanted them to stop their fight about 2 minutes earlier, man. I just couldn't take this shit. I mean,
James, make sure you're talking into the mic, James. You fading out on us.
My bad. Can y'all hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, I hated to see that for Dirrell, man. I hated to see him go like that, but I wanted them to stop that fight for real. I'm glad they stopped it. I ain't want him to lose his eye in that motherfucker, man. Earl, I had him win in about 2 rounds. I've been rocking with Earl since 2012. That's my dude, especially rock with Derrick James. He used to train a young prospect, Tony Mack, one of those guys, man, hard worker that fell short. So I've been rocking with them. I'm glad they won. The knockdown was the difference. Crawford, man, he needs some help, man. They need to do something with dude, man. He over here tweeting emojis of food and shit, man. That man, dude, quit acting like you ain't touching no M's with Bob, man. Spend some of your fucking money. If PBC don't comp you a ticket, nigga, buy your own goddamn seat, nigga, and go to that motherfucker and pop shit. He need help, man. He need like a WWE promoter so he can get his shit together. He need somebody to talk shit for him because he don't do it enough. I don't know. He needs some help for real. And Earl, he the truth, yes sir. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got to work on his game. Danny is dangerous. I'll put it that way. They're hooked. I don't want to see Earl get blasted, man. He was fucking up, and Shawn kept turning him. That concerned me. I ain't never seen this shit before. I'm like, damn, these niggas can get in position on Earl if they wanted to. So Earl got to tighten up. I'm loving boxing right now. I love where we at. Man, we in a great fucking position. We got we blessed to have TBV leading the way, shining the light in the darkness for these motherfuckers that don't know what they talking about or don't know what they seeing. You guys put the magnifying glass on this shit, man. I'm rocking with y'all to the end. TBV, let's go.
Cheers. James, man, thank you for calling in. He bring up a good point. I like that. I mean, we always said it, and we always ask ourselves, is the fighter going to the fight? But he's right, man. It's the day and age that it would serve a guy like Crawford to pay for the ticket, just go there, all the videos that he's going to get, all the publicity, just being there.
I think he don't even have to pay his ticket. He could make one phone call and they fly him there. That's not illegal.
Yeah, who's gonna fly him there? Who's gonna fly him?
Whoever. He could call whoever out.
Who could he call?
I don't know, Golden Boy. I'm sure Al Heyman people.
Golden Boy.
Yo, he got the numbers to the Twins. He got the numbers to Floyd. Floyd is out there.
I've never seen
he could
him
make
with
a phone
Brandon.
call. Terence Crawford is a name brand right now.
No, he could definitely. I believe
he could make any phone call. And say, "I'm gonna do this."
I believe he could make. I believe he could make a phone call to someone that knows someone. Yes.
Right, so how he's not thinking further than like I'm gonna buy my own ticket? Come on, man.
Some fighters just don't want to go to the fight. We've seen this with Wilder on numerous occasions.
Nah, man, Top Rank is in his ear.
I didn't stop you, and we know that Wilder did not go to 2 of AJ fights that we wanted him to go to.
That is correct.
I think why does that happen,
though? That's a brand new thing. Go there. That's something presented to me. Like I don't know about who invited. He went to AJ fight or was supposed
to. What you mean brand new thing?
Like outside of your promotion supposed to pay his way or show up, and Terence Crawford was supposed to show up somewhere.
Is he maybe prohibited contractually from going?
Hell no, he better not be.
That's what I'm saying. He connected to someone.
Cause some of the shit is just like, why are you not doing it? You know what I mean? I feel like sometimes like
but Mike brings up a good point. We can't condone Terence Crawford for not going to an Errol Spence fight and causing some sort of media media hysteria when we ask Wilder specifically, yo, bro, can you please go to the AJ fight? It's like, nah, man, fuck that. Them dudes don't do business right. I ain't fucking with them. I ain't going over there. And we accept that. So I guess we got to accept Bud for the way that he is, man. But the difference there is Bud is no motherfucking Deontay Wilder. Not on ratings, not on pay-per-views, not on knockouts, not on popularity, not on social media followers, not on nothing.
Shots fired.
Nothing. Maybe ratings, because I think Terence Crawford's had the opportunity to do terrestrial television more than Wilder. So maybe I don't know. Wilder's
It's a
done
top
some
rank
fights.
thing, man. You said give him 3 years, so that's top rank.
Yeah, but in 3 years, Terence Crawford's gonna be fucking 34, 35.
So he need to make the phone call.
Then we gonna
and
be
cross
having
over
guys
to
like
the money
CYP.
team
We
or
gonna have
the
guys like
fucking
CYP
De La
talking
Hoya
about Errol
team.
Spence
Somebody
only
that does
fight
business
dudes at
with
36.
PBC.
That's what we gonna have. We gonna have guys like CYP calling in. Yo, Errol only want to fight dudes that's 36. Like, nah, in the prime means now, not 4 years from now.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, after this Errol Shawn Porter fight, Earl's definitely been in more tougher fights. I might say not for sure with Porter.
Hell yeah, Porter in one night beats everybody on Crawford's resume. Everybody.
Wait.
Everybody. Gamboa, he swallows Gamboa as he's running to Thomas Delorme, simultaneously taking a shit that is Gamboa, beating up Delorme while he's doing a backflip off of Jeff Horn's head first into whoever else you could think of. Derry Jean, fucking man, Hank Lundy. Yo, Porter beats all them dudes on one night.
That's true. I believe that too.
Matter of fact, put all them fighters on a football field and Porter just
Whoa. So Porter versus Crawford is what you spilling out? That's a big fight.
No, Porter versus Crawford is a beautiful litmus test.
That's a fight.
But not Porter off a fucking loss. No.
Off a Spence loss?
No.
Come on, man.
No.
Off a Spence loss?
No. Let him go home. Let him go home.
They talking Mikey Pacquiao. They talking Amir Khan Pacquiao.
Bruh. No one deserves to go into an elite level fight off a loss unless it's an immediate rematch. Why should Porter?
Off of Spence, you're absolutely right. I believe that.
Why should Porter sacrifice himself? Why should PBC continue to try and build up Crawford?
Nah, but that should be the talk for Porter. That's Porter's fight.
Let Porter get the Josesito tune up. Then they could go.
No, that's the sequence. But the fight, I see Porter his comeback fight. Like y'all talking about Josesito's comeback fight right now, and Robert Guerrero's comeback fight. Yo, Porter's way above that, and his comeback fight would be against Crawford. But whoever he beats, he might beat the Josesito.
Listen, even Keith Thurman, who said Vargas is a tuned up with Lopez. So there's no way you're going to tell me that fucking Shawn Porter's tune-up is Crawford. That's disrespectful to Crawford. But let me get to this caller. You on Skype, and we didn't get to you. We didn't get to you, so you could just go ahead and talk because you ain't got no username.
The guy who always come in unmuted. You. Come on with it. Live see it. .c. Yo, you. Matter of fact, I'm about to unmute you myself.
You could, because I can't.
I'm here. I'm just listening. I don't see
hey, man, if you don't want to talk, then that's
it's
on
all
you.
good. All right, so in that case, we got Stainless on the boomerang. Stainless probably still working. We tried that already, right?
You got Steve Paz, though, right? We ain't went out to Steve yet.
Oh, Steve. Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, go ahead. How you guys doing?
All good.
All right. Yeah, I picked Porter originally before the fight. I said he'd win by decision, split decision. So when the decision came in, I really thought I was going to be right. But I did score the fight 114-113 for Spence. But it was a great fight. We were rewarded last night. PBC came through. I enjoyed all 4 fights that were on the pay-per-view, and I thought it was a great show. And we need more of that in the future, because with some of the other people tonight were saying, like a lot of times with Top Rank, The Zone, and other stuff, you get maybe 1 or 2 good fights on the card. Last night we got 4 great fights. So to me, they proved that they were worth the money that we pay.
Man, I said, you echoed exactly what I said, man. That card was decent. It could get better, though, Steve. It could get better, but that was very decent, and it had shades of Don King pay-per-views.
How though? I don't get that part.
Because every card on the fight, I mean, every fight on the card was decent. It was a good
like
level.
who? Like Tito Trinidad versus.
Oh, you talking about Don King cards?
Yeah.
You got to go back and check, bro. He used to stack them. That's
hard.
what's important. Guys like Bob Arum tell you undercards are not important. No one cares. People don't show up. That's the type of shit Don King says. I mean,
And
Bob Arum says.
Barron said. Don King says, stack it up, sell it.
Yeah. You add value, man, by doing it that way. We got Lids Low. Talk to
That's
me.
Al Heyman's job.
Hey, what's happening? Shout out to the cast. Shout out to Baldy for making me a ring dog. I already done gave my, analysis about the fight and stuff. I really calling back in because when we were talking about Benavidez earlier, a good fight for him, Shada, would you think would be my boy Akhmedov under Triple G?
Akhmedov,
Mikey,
he fought on Triple G last card. He signed the Triple G.
I never heard of him. Who he
mute, Mike. Mike no, but he muted.
Who he fought?
I seen him one time on the Triple G
Who he
undercard.
fought,
Bro, I don't some nobody nigga. It's a Triple G undercard. Yeah, I don't think he's ready yet, man. It's too soon for him.
Man, y'all giving dudes cachet because they signed a Triple G. Who he fought?
No, not just because he signed, my nigga. You know me. I look at how people
cachet.
You feel, man? He was fine, but I was just thinking somebody who good enough and tall enough that can hang with Bitter.
He thought about give him a chance.
Give
him a chance.
Yeah, but who you want to match him with? Like who you just said?
Akhmedov. He was on. Check out Triple G last card. He like Triple G protege.
So Akhmedov versus who though?
But yeah,
Akhmedov versus
There's so many Akhmedovs. What's his first name?
Shit. He went. I forgot. It was a black guy. He went to get. God damn.
Well, versus who though? Like
versus
who? To go against Benavidez.
Man, hell no. Liz Low, let me get you another call. I'm gonna tell you why in a second. Let me get you another call. Okay,
you
so
just
the Skype
came in on Skype.
Exactly.
You just came in. I just muted you. So unmute yourself and please speak. And please.
He probably called back in because he don't know how to unmute, Mike.
Oh, I kicked him out for him to call back in so I can say what I just said.
Oh.
But he's not taking the
maybe
bait.
he's just listening. So the reason Akhmedov don't deserve a fucking Benavidez title shots because he ain't never done that. Why would Benavidez voluntarily give this nobody a fight when he could voluntarily give somebody a fight that we know he's gonna beat and get more cachet? Because we know he's gonna beat Akhmedov. You know what I'm saying?
Cachet, stack him up.
You need brand building fights. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Oh my God.
Build brand.
That's
cachet.
why your favorite fighter, Terence Crawford, in the position he in now.
He's talking about Ali Akhmedov, right?
I have no clue. Yo, Nest GTO, Instagram and Twitter. Peace. This was a long and great show, man. Thanks everybody for calling. OTKP said something I wanted to get at. He said,
nigga, shut your police ass up, nigga. You police ass nigga. Bitch ass.
Yo, this nigga is stalking.
What the fuck was that?
Yo, damn, that nigga fucked my whole train of thought up. Jesus
You
Christ.
said great shit. Anyway, I am TBV_casual fan on Twitter and on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up. Give this show a thumbs up. And my final thoughts, Shawn Porter, he still got fights out there. Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. Woo, where's Manny Pacquiao in the mix? Everybody's talking about Lennox Hearns and Robert Guerrero's comeback and Josesito. Yeah, man, catch me tomorrow. I'll be on the morning show, man. Peace.
Peace.
You can catch me on IG, Alex_Doomsday_LAINEZ, or on Twitter, AlexLinusTBV. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for sure, for sure.
IG Gross1911 on Twitter at Gross2312. And yeah, man, great weekend of boxing. Big ups to Shawn Porter, Errol Spence, unified champion. Proud of both guys, man. Good luck.
Yeah, well, why can't you just give us the Don King resume? Why we can't get a Don King resume and we compare last night PBC show to Don King? Nah, I know Trinidad. I know Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, but I don't know.
I mean, where does this go down as in the history books? I mean, this goes
No,
down.
they keep saying Don King.
No, that's just it's referring to the level of
I
competition.
know, but what? Where?
Stacked cards. You know what I'm saying?
The cachet, the
Pick it up in the
cachet,
morning show, drunk cash. Sleep it off. We out, man.
the cachet.
I'm out. Bye. Cash.